try to remember.
I'm going to start the recording early just in case another one of those bad jokes slips out.
Another one of those
I want
bad jokes.
evidence.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
happens to slip out. So, okay, so Eve, you can use Zoom breakout rooms okay and all that?
Yeah.
Okay, here comes the Steiner. And so when Carolyn told me that you were probably going to show up, I'm like, and you warned her, right?
I warned her.
He did.
No politics. They try to sneak him in. I'm on an anti-politics. I'm lowering my blood pressure. And they're trying to ease it into the conversation somewhere. And
Probably a good idea.
I'm,
Sorry.
I'm
I
refusing.
made a slight one earlier. I apologize.
Oh no, that's okay. Oh my
Oh,
God, look, Adrian's showing up. There's a Steiner. See, I told you there's a Steiner. Where's
we
Diane?
already we already
Hey,
have
Uncle
one.
Ron.
Hey, Abby.
Where's Diane?
Oh, she's taking the night off. Then we're both gonna be off next week.
She took the night off last week.
Yeah, I know. She said she'd had too much of you guys already.
Oh my God, she never sees it's obvious she's never seen so much of him. Look at this. Adrian's
Yes.
here.
I
Let's see.
vaguely remember her.
Is your voice? What's your voice
Yeah.
doing? Can't hear her at all. See, her voice is gone.
It's much better. Thank you.
Oh, that sounds really
Oh,
good. So Eve, Adrian was supposed to be at the Monterey County Skeptic Camp and she got really sick. We're
Mm.
like the day before she was supposed to fly.
Yeah, the night of. Yeah, I woke up in the night really just my throat was sore. I lost my voice and I just felt like crap. And I was like, okay, is this just gonna go away? Like, sometimes it doesn't last very long. Yeah, it lasted long.
Her bags were packed and
uh,
everything.
I
How
just
it always
unpacked.
works.
Yeah, I just unpacked yesterday. I finally felt up to unpacking yesterday. It was
Yeah,
brutal.
actually, I've had a cold since I got back.
Thanks. I gave it to you. That's okay. I just wanted to have something for you to go home with.
Oh, souvenir. Just what I
Yeah, I
needed.
was I was miserable for a few days, and then I
Yeah.
kept telling myself, Adrian's going to be here, and I have got the skeptic camp to do, and I'm willed myself to get better. And so, darn it, I got a lot better real quick. I
It's
don't
so hard to make
Question.
those decisions, at the
know.
last minute. You've booked a flight, you're checked in, you're packed, you're ready to go. And do you cancel or do you just go with it?
Well,
It's
before
so
you,
hard.
well, I took a COVID test before you got here because I thought I better rule it out
Yeah.
so I could get you to cancel or something. And I thought, well, what if what if I have COVID? What am I going to do? So I made the plan that I was going to get you a hotel and send Paula. Paula's far enough away in my house that I could stay here and it would be fine. And I would have her pick you up at the airport, that kind of stuff. So I had a plan, but
Yeah.
oh my gosh, you
It was so
guys would have had to do
disappointing.
skeptic camp without me. I would have just moded in or something and said, here's how you plug that in.
Yeah. Well, if I had come and I was well, I certainly could have kind of taken over if you
Yeah, you
needed
could
me.
have easily have taken
Yeah.
over. That'd have been fine. I would have
Yeah.
just said, here's my notes and have
Yeah.
fun. But
Okay, so
mhm.
Susan, my friend Susan, she said she got off work 2 hours late. And she works at a vet, so there was emergencies. So she's probably not going to come tonight, but we'll see.
Okay.
Um, Also, I have speaking of skeptic camps, um, I found a place that I know that I can that will be having, except it's a restaurant. They have enough room and in one of the rooms, but it's like 20 the meals are $20 to $30. Is that too expensive for this kind of thing?
Because they're going to say you can stay there for the day as long as you buy
It's
stuff.
I mean it's I don't know actually. Um Oh, the mom said that might be cheaper for lunch, but actually, I forgot that it would be for the whole day.
Yeah, you got at least 6 hours there. I've
Yeah,
seen a restaurant that did that as like a pizza spaghetti place, and they just had a back room that they used, and it was
yeah.
small and
This is
cramped, but they got it for the day, and people
yeah, because they
meals there.
have like this is like a 45-person banquet room,
Hmm.
um, that seemed perfect sized. And like my family, we go essentially there relatively often, so they know who we are. Um, um,
And they let you back in?
yeah.
I was gonna
Hey,
say.
Peggy.
Um, But
Uh,
actually, I'd have to ask if they're willing to do let us stay there for the whole day.
Some restaurants are really suffering, and they may know that they're not going to rent out that space. So I don't know how far in advance they'd let
And
it,
just
obviously.
discuss with them what you plan to, what you need, and then see what they're willing to offer.
Yeah, because some will do it. You could say, can we have like our skeptics in the pub we had on Friday night? I had we've had it there before, but this time when I called and made a reservation, this back room area, it was just a meet and greet. He said, I want a credit card because you got to meet $500. And I said, okay. I gave him my credit card. And when I talked to him afterwards, he said, you guys surpassed the $500, no problem. There was like 25 people or something there.
Yeah.
And so that's all he's asking for is if you can guarantee that X amount of money is spent in that 6 hours time, and the waiters or the wait staff is well tipped,
Okay, yeah,
should
because
be
I
a
know that they
problem.
wanted a $200 guarantee, although they said that they would be willing to waive it because they know me, but I wouldn't feel comfortable doing it without a guarantee. Um,
I agree. And it's
oh,
just
geez.
security.
If it would have been me, I would have said $1,000.
Yeah, because it's Bobby.
well, but I think
Kidding.
they were just assuming that I would be coming just for like a big group dinner, but if it would
Oh.
probably be a larger guarantee if it was for 6 hours or something.
Well, also
True,
think
true.
it's a restaurant. Do they serve? They don't serve breakfast and stuff, right?
No.
Usually.
So then you could you'd be going
They have
there
lunch
in
and dinner.
hours that they wouldn't be normally in using it.
Yeah,
Breakfast and then
they're
lunch,
they're
and you'd be leaving by like 7. You'd be leaving like by 5.
yeah, so I'll have to talk to them because I think this would be a good place because um
Is there
yeah,
TV screens that would be a big
yeah, I think
monitor?
so. I think there was. I went in to look at the room the other day and I think there were.
You need Wi-Fi, maybe a mic.
And I like how he said he went to go look at the room. He went there to eat, you guys, and he just happened to take a peek in there, and he's like, "Oh, I can write this
Exactly.
off because I did it as a reconnaissance." Adrian's having a heck of a time finding something up in Canada. Those people, they don't.
Yeah, well, this is also in the suburbs so of Chicago, which
That's fine.
it's probably easier for me to find something in the suburbs because if I try and go to the city, then
No, there's no
yeah,
parking, and
yeah,
there's the beauty of the skeptic camp is the person organizing it gets to make the decisions
yeah.
about where to put stuff. So
Is up in Edmonton you're having a problem with, Adrian?
More in Calgary.
More in Calgary?
Yeah. Yeah, because we've got a possibility. It looks really good. We'll be meeting with Rodney Schmaltz. He's a professor at Grant MacEwan University. And he talked with the dean, and they've given the okay as long as we open it up to the student population for free.
that's
They
in
will give us a
Edmonton,
room,
right?
and that's in Edmonton. And I'm trying to find somebody to do the same here in Calgary, and it's proving to be a little harder than I thought it might be.
So
I have
you're doing two
connections, but
skeptic camps?
well, yeah, one in Calgary, one in Edmonton.
One
Well,
right
I have a
after the other would be
Adrian,
fantastic.
I have a connection at Mount Royal University if you want somebody
Okay.
that
Yeah,
that
that would be
Calgary?
great because I used to have a connection at Mount Royal and they don't anymore. So that would be great if you could connect me with that person.
send me a Facebook message
Okay.
later.
This trivia thing, I'm telling you, you guys, we make so many connections on here. We just get shit done. Oh yeah, well I know this person, and I could take it. I've seen more stuff happen. Okay, so let me get started. We're getting closer. Hi Celia, I've got you first tonight. Peggy,
Oh,
you're third.
and I
Hi,
have to leave at
Norman.
9.
Okay, well,
Hi,
it's
Norman.
only
I'm
6.
glad you came back.
No,
It's only
I have to
6
leave at
o'clock.
9 my
I
time,
didn't know whether you
8 your
would.
time.
I had my doubts, but no, I came back.
Oh,
That's great.
good.
Hi Rob. Hi Jamie. Hi
Hi, good
Romero.
morning.
Good to see you guys. They came back, and I told him, I said, Norman, we don't have to be nice this week because you're
Second
And the
timer.
second week. And then I said, oh,
Yeah.
Eve is here, so
Yeah.
we have to be nice again. So Eve, Well, wait a second and don't tell
I-
everybody who you are yet because there's going to be a bunch more people who are going to join us in a few minutes. So just hold off for a second. Adrian has to leave at 7:50 Pacific time. I guess you're trekking.
Yeah,
probably
I
teaching
see you
Pacific.
and hear your Wow.
voice, Adrian. Yay, I can hear you. Yeah, I can talk now.
In a second.
Actually,
Did you hear my voice before? Like I sent a video to
Yeah, I
Susan,
shared
which
it with
was really
everybody. I was
funny.
like, oh my gosh.
Oh, Adrian, I love the Skookum Studios sign.
Isn't that
Isn't it
great?
great?
Kat got that for me. When I went up to do my talk at Grant MacEwan University with about Sarah Winchester, she bought me that. Isn't that awesome? It's
I
just the
love it.
best sign. So
It's
and
very
I was
easy.
recording today, so you know.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's really
I can't stay for the entire time either, unfortunately. So
Do you guys
I-
have replacements for yourselves? Because you're not supposed to leave early if you can't replace yourself. It's like Scientology.
Sorry. Yeah.
You have to talk somebody else into taking your spot.
I just have to still
sorry.
be careful with my voice, and I came straight from tutoring, and I'm still I still have some congestion and
She's gonna go play
coughing
minute.
and-
She's gonna play.
Oh, I thought the
golf.
warning
That's why
was
she's
that you
leaving
would
early.
still had your
New
teacher
game.
voice.
what was that, Janine?
I thought the warning was that you still had your teacher voice on.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That can. I think that's why I tend to lose my voice every time I get a cold, is because of 35 years of teaching. And every time I got sick for the last 10 years of my teaching career, I lost my voice. And my doctor said, you just can't talk. You just can't. And so I would spend time teaching my class without talking and just writing at first on the overhead and then the smart board or whatever. So, and it
Wow.
worked. It actually worked. And I would assign a kid to be the enforcer in the class.
Did they get a ruler too to mark their little heads?
Worked really well. They thought it was funny. I mean, I was teaching adults by then, but they also thought it was very funny. I said, you know,
Hi, Leonard.
you get to tell everybody, to be quiet when I couldn't. It worked well.
Wow.
Adrian, did you ever teach 8th grade?
Many, many, many years ago. Yes. At the very start of my career, they started me in 8th grade.
Okay, because I might be doing a little bit of after school 8th grade math teaching at some point, and I need to try and figure out good methods to keep control of the room. Because
Oh,
Just wear your
Um,
sprouts, Avi. I think everybody
grade
will.
8.
You'll have
Grade
great
8 was
control.
always, I don't know what it was about the grade 8 classes. They were always the most challenging.
Yeah.
But also the most fun. So challenging but fun, if that makes sense. Like they had a lot of enthusiasm. But yeah, challenging for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
I was
anytime.
observing an 8th grade geometry class, I think it was yesterday or something. The teacher was absolutely atrocious. The content was fine.
Yeah.
Luckily she wasn't the one writing the curriculum, but it's like the kids were talking over her. She has no control over anybody. She and but luckily the kids were all smart and actually wanted to answer the questions,
Mhm.
but like she would be like facing the board doing a problem, and then it seemed like I should be asking them a question. Okay, so what is X? Okay, that's good. Then she turns back and continues writing on the board.
Yeah, one of I remember I had to take over a class that went out of control and they got kicked out. It was an international class that was taking calculus actually, and they were from Mexico. And they told me that every time the teacher turned their back, they would go crazy. And so I just said, okay, if I'm going to take this class over, the first thing I have to do is never turn my back. So I got an overhead projector in the class. And
They don't have any overhead projectors in this little mini school.
they don't have smart boards or anything, or like a
Nope.
projector that you can connect to your computer.
Apparently they have one projector
Avi's
that they
still
use for
mocking us
teaching
for
meetings.
using mouse
Wow.
pads.
So I would buy projectors are cheap. Buy a cheap projector, put it up on the whiteboard. It makes a huge difference just facing that
Avi, you would
class.
make an awesome high school teacher. I would. I
Yeah,
think you'd do
especially
a
with the
fabulous
sprout. The kids are going to love the sprout.
job. I know.
Yes.
All
Yes.
about the sprout.
that would be something.
Carl
I
says he's
noticed
going to be
that
here, but he's
at,
going to be here late.
I noticed at SciCon the sprout was hard to see.
Yeah. got very faint.
Yeah, it's almost like it was not really there.
Did we get pictures of you with your sprout? Because
But
I
sometimes
kept
it was
seeing-
though.
I think I have
Sometimes
Yeah,
pictures
the-
in with the
the-
sprout.
You think so,
The
Carol?
picture that's in the Skeptical Inquirer,
Mhm.
it has my sprout in it if you look closely.
Yeah, he had an IRL sprout when he was taking a picture with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
And Neil didn't say, "Where's my sprout?"
Probably didn't notice the sprout because it was so faint.
Oh.
I think it's hilarious. Okay, so we're getting there. All right, I'm gonna start making the rooms here real quick, and then we should be there. Carl says he'll be here in a little bit.
My dad should probably, he's upstairs. I don't know what he's doing.
So
Diane
Carl
gave
can
out
turn
on
into
us.
me.
Kevin's gonna be here. He's room 2, and Carl's running bonus tonight. So Carl will definitely be here. Kevin always shows up a little late. He's working. Robin is in Costa Rica. Good Lord. Shouldn't be allowed. She shouldn't be allowed. It's raining like
She's
heck. over
seeing birds.
I know. Deborah's
No.
You don't have to go to
little late.
Costa Rica to see birds.
I could see birds. You just put up AI generated bird shit.
Video.
It's AI generated bird.
No.
Videos
There's
off.
some pretty great birds in Costa Rica.
What is that?
Yeah.
A bag I could bring when we
Rob,
go
we can hear you.
dancing. I don't need
Okay.
By the way, just going back to the Mexican kids that I had to take over because they were going to get kicked out of the school if somebody didn't come in and try and teach them. It was the only time in my career that somebody attempted to bribe me.
Right? You like for grade?
Yeah.
For grade?
Well, actually, so they didn't have to write the final exam. And on the second to last day of class, I got them through the course. And the second to last day of class, they surrounded my desk and before class started and said, "We each have $100 US. And as you know, the Canadian dollar is not, it's not worth a lot. So we have $100 each in our backpacks that we will give to you." There were 15 students, so $1,500 US. And this was a long time ago. And they said, "We will give you this money if we don't have to write the final exam." And I said, "No." And I went straight to the principal afterwards and said, "Hey, I'm declaring this happened to me."
Oh my God.
Because I don't want to
You
get
could have just
fired.
said, "Sure, give me the money. You don't have to write the exam, but you all get X."
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
You all get incompletes, but I get $1,500. Oh my
Well,
God.
there you go.
Did the principal do something or
No,
not?
I mean the main thing I was trying to do, because I wasn't reporting on the students as being illegal. I just didn't want to lose my teaching license if something
Right.
got out that,
Right.
I was accepting bribes. I was getting ahead of it. She told me a story that when she was a PhD, I think she was at Harvard, a postdoc at Harvard, and she had a student come up and try and bribe her not to write the final exam. But it was like
Wonder how often
hundreds,
that
like
happens.
$100,000 or $15,000. It was some
Jeez.
crazy amount.
Wow.
I'm sure the principal's
We-
heard everything. So
Yeah.
We had the reverse where professors were offering grades for favors.
Ooh.
Really? Kind of favors.
Ooh.
Ew, icky.
That's a key.
We reported them, nothing happened, but we were told at least get it on the record.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
I know it's just,
yeah.
yeah, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
And Rob's getting ready to go out of town. When do you leave, Rob?
Tomorrow.
Ooh. Are you going to Aruba?
No, he's going to Canada.
You know where I'm going, Adrian.
He's
Canada?
going to Victoria.
That's right. You're going, but there's no snow in Victoria.
No,
No?
but it would be fun. It would be fun. I could drive up and see you.
Yeah.
Every time I tell an American I'm going to Canada, they go, there's like feet of snow there. And I go, actually, it's going to be about 10 to 15 degrees warmer all next week than it is where I live.
Yes. Victoria has the best climate. It's a
Kyle.
beautiful place to be.
So my dad's
I-
talking to his other brother, so he'll join in a few minutes.
I have never seen his other brother, have we? I don't think he,
No.
I'm
He
not sure
doesn't
he
exist.
exists.
Probably won't.
No,
How many Steiners are there?
3.
3 brothers, no sisters.
Yeah, 3 brothers. Yeah, my mother had 2 sisters. The 3 sisters had 8 brothers. Or 8 kids. all boys.
I thought you said there was 3 boys.
Yeah, my mother had the three boys, but between the 3 sisters, they had 8 boys and no girls.
Oh,
Tomorrow in
wow.
Independence, you'll see intermittent
That makes it
clouds
weird.
until
Okay, so let's
temperatures
go.
46 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of
Kevin's
28
going to
degrees.
2.
Also, there's
Kyle
an
and
upside-
Brandy are going to go to. Hold on just a second. Let me look. They're going to go with room 3 has Karen. She's not gotten there yet. Let's put them in 1. Got everybody?
Hi, Susan. Am I doing a category?
No,
Oh, I heard you say
Kevin.
something about
Kevin
my
does.
name.
Kevin does. I was probably
Hi,
just
Wendy.
talking. Oh, I said Karen hasn't joined room 3 yet.
I'm supposed to join. Sorry. Bye.
4. Oh,
See you
Jane.
later, Susan.
Hey.
Hi, bye.
Bye. Look, there's Jane. Hi, Jane. Hi there. I just want to say hi. I just put him in the room, so let me put you in the room. Good to see you.
Okay.
How you feeling? Okay?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, go to your room. They just left.
Okay.
Have help? What's wrong?
Susan, I invited Susan. Susan, 2 people here are definitely not staying for the whole game. Might be a problem.
Well,
Did
if
you
we're
take- did
done
you
by
take-
9, then we're fine. If
We're
we
not gonna be
start
done by
and we're
9.
done by 9.
We might
We've
be,
never
and
been-
I can just make a note to put new people in there. I just added somebody new right now, just a second ago. Jane
Yeah,
just
to a different room. Yes, so I'm just saying, and I wasn't sure I was going to do the whole thing either, frankly, but
okay. I will
And I never know any answers, so we can just plug it in our spreadsheet.
I got around tonight, right?
Yeah, you're
Susan?
2. You're second up. So I will
Okay.
come over and yeah, I'll feed you somebody new in a minute. My heart
Kinda
goes out
locked
to
in.
you, Ben. I always tell people when they're starting out and they're brand new, starting in college, like a community college and all that, I say take all those classes like lab that are really take those first and
I know, I should have.
because life is going to get in the way and you're going to
Yep.
and they're hard to fit in your schedule. I mean, because it's like a Tuesday, Thursday, and then a lab, and you're like, how am I going to work there on the English is easy, 3 hours, boom. Anyway, hello everybody, welcome back.
Hello.
I did fill the room that Rob was really worried about. Well, not just Rob, that there's a bunch of people leaving in. So I've added a few more people. So you will be fine. And I've got a room that I'm going to start putting people in here in a minute. But that's great. We'll be just fine. So we do have somebody brand new. So Eve was at our Monterey County Skeptic Camp. She's part of the Rational Roundtable group up there. Eve, can you say like a minute of who you are?
Yay!
Sure. I get to be friends with the lovely Carolyn, so she invited me. My name's Eve Melton. I am a medical librarian for Kaiser, which is obviously across California. And I have a 19-year-old daughter in the other room who will be helping me, and 2 very ginormous dogs, all in an 850 square foot. So it gets a little crazy around here. But I'm just looking forward to helping out. See if I
What
can answer
kind
any
of dogs?
questions. I have a 125-pound black lab and a 95-pound lab pit mutt mix. They're both rescues.
Janine's your new best friend now. Oh my gosh.
Little puppies.
Yeah.
They're
She's a
they're
lab.
adorable.
I have
Yeah.
a 90-pound lab golden retriever mix.
Oh, cute. Yeah, mine's black and he's getting all gray. He's about 8 or 9 years old and he's got a scruffy
Mine's
little gray.
14.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
getting up there.
I've
Yeah.
got 3 cats that are just they spend their day just laying here in the exact same spot, sleeping and
That's
snoring.
what cats do.
Well, they used to get up and wander around, go outside. No, they just sit here on their exactly the same chairs one's always on that chair and the other two are always on this chair and they pretend they don't know each other and they just anyway. Gosh, these cats are crazy. Okay, anyway, welcome everybody. So we have so we do have to be nice. Watch it, you guys, because we do have Eve. Just because Norman's back somehow or other, he came back. I guess he thought we just had a new person each week. Norman, after a while ago, boy, these people are the nicest people to
We pay new people to come,
so
that people
they
will
have to
be
stay
nice.
So yeah, so you're welcome to bring new people, but always warn them before they come what this can be like. So let's see if we can get through and get done kind of early today. I think we can. Let's see. So first round, Celia, Eve, Jamie, Kyle, Brandy, and Romero. What's your team name?
Probably ask Lincoln some advice for a second term. Go to the theater was his answer.
Too soon. Too soon.
Not soon enough.
Oh my gosh.
Jamie, you come up with the best names.
Fix these up. That's what you do in Thailand these days.
He had about 9 of them. It was unreal. He came up.
Oh, I know. He's clever. I think he should start writing for some of these reality shows.
So many.
I have trouble coming up with one. He had a
Oh, I know.
bunch of
Adrian,
them.
Alan, Carolyn, Gail, Kevin, Rob, and Ben.
AI is just a bit outside.
Oh, jeez.
Bit outside.
I get it.
I get it.
You'll have to explain it to me. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Just a bit.
Well, I know
bit
bits are computer
outside.
terms,
bit
but I don't know
computer.
what that has to do
AI
with.
is just a bit outside. Yes.
It was a
Well,
combination.
no, that's actually not it.
No.
That was
Okay, maybe by round 2 I'll have it. Okay, Avi, Jane, Karen, Norman, Peggy, Vincent.
The special trivia envoys to a troubled trivia.
Okay.
Ours is a little more obscure.
All right. I guess.
Yeah.
Well. All right.
I mean, but it was based on the special Hollywood envoys to a troubled Hollywood.
The latest action by our fabulous incoming president.
Oh, but
Yes,
since
he's
I'm not paying
appointed
attention,
Mel
I don't know
Gibson,
which-
Sylvester Stallone, and John Voight.
Oh yeah.
I've heard of Sylvester Stallone. I don't know who the other person is.
They will be representing the
Mel
United
Gibson?
States to bring us back to the golden age of Hollywood by being international ambassadors for the film industry.
Oh, like they need. Okay. All right. Janine, Leonard, Ron, and Wendy. And you will have an addition to your room pretty soon.
We are Team Medicare.
Medicare.
Should I make sure that whoever I put in your
Yeah,
team
whoever
is
is
also
gotta be
Medicare?
old enough.
All right, January 16th, 2025. We are on game 251. I think we might be off a year somewhere in the back. I think but I don't want to look. We're on 251, season 5. We have 4 teams that are vying for the competition to be the leaders and have bragging rights for a whole week of be able to tell everybody you meet at the grocery store, at the stylist, wherever the auto repair shop, you're going to be able to go up to them and say, hey, I want you to know my team won trivia this week. Game 251, we rock. So for the team that wants to have those bragging rights, the ability to do that, and of course, ostracize everybody in your life who will ever say, what's new? How are things with you? You'll say, well, they'll say, no, that's okay. You don't have to tell me. So we have Trump asked Lincoln some advice for his second term. Go to the theater was his answer. Versus AI is just a bit outside. Versus the special trivia envoys to a troubled trivia. Versus Team Medicare. So who will be our leader tonight? Who? No. Who? Oh gosh. Okay. So here's where we're starting. So we have Celia who's going to start off. Kevin, you are going to come in second place for round 2 right before our break. And then we have Peggy, Miss Peggy, who I'm sure will do an amazing PowerPoint. And then following that will be Karl, who will be here. So Karl will be in room 4. He is not on Medicaid, I don't think. He's 10 years younger than me, so I doubt it. But so we will have a lot of rooms full. Even if people leave early, we still got this.
So
Okay.
then he's 30 then, right?
I know. I'm okay being my age. I'm 62. I had added up 24 minus 2. Okay.
Oh yeah, he's the same age as I am. I forgot.
52, yeah. So let's go, Celia. You're up.
Okay, we'll see if I live up to Kat's starter last week.
Where's Kat?
And my apologies to Eve.
She's not
in
feeling great
advance.
tonight.
This is a little, I think it's a hard one. We'll see. It's actually a mystery category. And I will pop it up. Get it in the... Okay, so mystery category. Oh, I'm sorry. Gosh darn. Wrong place here. Okay. So, question number 1. What organization established the first free breakfast for school children in the U.S.? Number 2, during
Are you gonna
Put them in the
Oh, I
chat.
will. I will. I'll do.
Can you post them so that we can read along with you?
I can try that. Yeah. Well, let me just
Do you
I'll
need
send
the
the second one out and then I'll try to do that. Yeah.
Sure.
So number 1, what organization established the first free breakfast for school children? Number 2, during the 1968 Summer Olympics in Mexico City, Olympians Tommy Smith and John Carlos did what controversial action?
I want to go on record. I already know the answer to the mystery.
Oh no.
So if you want to get more difficult, go for it. If Susan knows, I'm only bragging because I never know anything.
Because you never know.
I'm just putting on record that I know. Okay.
That's pretty funny. Okay.
Thanks, Celia, for having faith in me. This is your opportunity to say, of course, Susan, you're such a big help all the time.
Okay. Okay, so so that was 1 and 2. Number 3. In April 1970, a free privately run medical clinic opened. The services provided, all for free, included basic medical care and sickle cell anemia and tuberculosis diagnosis and treatment. Later, HIV diagnosis and treatment was provided. In addition, some clinics provided housing, assistance, and legal aid. In total, 13 of these clinics existed throughout the United States. One clinic even had its own ambulance service. What were these clinics named? And I'm sorry, I said I was going to post it in the chat first. Let me try to do that for the next one. That was a long one, though. Okay, maybe I can get the next 2. I know it says no. I'm thinking maybe it's too easy. No, you got me.
We're
I know
averaging.
things.
If we're averaging out, I don't know any of them. So
Well,
Okay,
it's only
good.
been 3.
That helps.
You're too young.
That might be part of it. Yes.
Rock's older than I am. As he's always reminding me.
Okay. Number 4. What is the oldest consistently and still open African American owned bookstore in the United States? Whoops. That was number 4. Okay, and then 5 through 10 are all people. So notable individuals. I'm going to provide a few facts about them, and you need to name the person. So starting with number 5. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That starts at number 6. I'm all mixed up because I'm looking at a different screen. So 4 is what is the oldest consistently and still open African American owned bookstore in the US? 5, in Oakland, California in 1971, the Intercommunal Youth Institute established what educational institution? Okay. And now the next 5 are the answers are people's names. Starting 6 through 10. Okay. Number 6, the first person was born in Liberty, Texas in 1936. This person is the author of A Lonely Rage. In 1973, she or he ran for mayor of Oakland, California, and came in second in a field of 9. And this person still lives in Oakland. I'm not very good at copying this ahead of time. I'm sorry, Janine. Sorry.
Gives us a chance to think.
Yeah, there you go.
My cat's snoring so loud.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I just copied the wrong one. Let me try this again. I need a new computer. This one's so clunky. All right. Okay, it's number 6 I need, right? I'm on question.
Yeah, 6.
Okay. 6. Oh, we missed the S, but anyway. Born in Liberty, Texas in 1936. This person is the author of A Lonely Rage. In 1973, she or he, trying not to give away gender, ran for mayor of Oakland, California, and came in second in a field of 9. Person still lives in Oakland. Okay.
Assume that IX is supposed to mean 6, right?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I just didn't.
Okay.
I don't know. Somehow dropped the S. Sorry. But yes, it's 6.
Oh, I thought you were trying Roman numerals and got it.
Roman numeral 9, but anyways.
No. It's 6. It's 6.
Yeah.
666?
666.
Oh.
Okay, I got the 7 out there ahead of reading it. Imagine that. 7. This person was born in Wabasca, did I say that right? Arkansas in 1935. She or he is the author of Soul on Ice and died in Pomona, California in 1998. Okay, 8. This person was born in Monroe, Louisiana in 1942, was the author of Revolutionary Suicide, and was killed in Oakland, California in 1989. Okay, number 9. This person was born in Birmingham, Alabama in 1944. She or he is the author or co-author of many books, including The Meaning of Freedom, Freedom is a Constant Struggle, and Beyond the Frame. This person lives now in Santa Cruz, California. Local to a few of us.
It is not on fire.
No.
Okay, and then finally number 10, the last person in these 5 individuals that you need to name. This person was born in Trinidad, in the Caribbean in 1941, but was raised in the Bronx. She or he is the author of Ready for Revolution and died in 1998 in Guinea, West Africa. Okay. And finally, as a bonus, what is the theme?
Oh. Okay. You want to send this to our rooms?
Okay. All right. So just breakout rooms and open them all, right?
Correct. And then you
Got
should
it.
be able to bounce around.
Okay. Go to your rooms.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. I bet you the theme is something about the Martin Luther King Day coming up.
Sorta.
So I bet did you see the Black History Month or Martin Luther King?
It's Black, it's African American history, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. What organization established free breakfast? That's at Head Start, is it?
Nope. It's the Black Panthers.
I thought so, yeah.
You're kidding. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Isn't that when the guys they raise their fist?
Yep.
Yeah.
On the podiums. I mean, on the
Yeah, on the podium.
Like the award podium.
yeah, on the
The award podium.
platforms, yeah.
Yeah, they raise their fists, made the fist sign.
Oh, this one, yeah.
Remember that? Is that Cleveland Clinic, is it?
Now, some of these others I really don't know.
No.
Cleveland Clinic has they only have a few. I'm just guessing. Does anybody have any other idea for number 3?
Trying to think, because it's not Planned Parenthood, I don't think, because it didn't talk about any like women's health. Only 13 clinics.
Oh, so
There's
number
Mayo Clinic.
Okay, number 3. This is gonna be no help. We wrote this Wikipedia page based on an NPR episode on this African American ambulance service, and that was in the like oh geez, it was no, this isn't it because it's in 1970. But there was an African American ambulance service that ran, and we wrote the Wikipedia page on it, and I can't think of the name of it anyway, and it was in like 1930. So no help. It's an African American one, obviously, because it fits the theme. And sickle cell anemia.
Mm-hmm.
It's that too.
Yeah.
HIV. Um,
I'm just guessing.
okay,
Okay,
the oldest I have no idea what the African American bookstore is.
What are some? I'm trying to remember some bookstores in the U.S.
There's
What is the
Powell
name?
books that they're pretty old, but I have no idea if they're black owned or not.
I actually had that in my head as something.
Powell's? Well, Powell's only
Black owned or not, but they're
I know.
old and they've been open all this time.
Never heard of them. What are some other bookstore names?
You guys should laugh. I literally have this book that says The Bookshop, The History.
Hey.
It's The Bookshop, The History of the American Bookstore. And I guarantee you the answer is in here, but I'm not looking. I just checked it out yesterday,
Oh,
so I
that's
haven't read
funny.
it yet.
No, that's funny.
There's B. Dalton books.
Yeah, I don't, doesn't sound.
Barnes and
They're
Noble.
gone.
Barnes
B.
and
Dalton's
Noble.
gone. Walden Books.
No, there's
Walden.
still B. Dalton.
Is there?
Yeah, they're hanging in.
I heard Barnes and Noble is going to be opening up more stores too.
Who?
Oh, Dalton. Yeah, that's.
B. Dalton. I don't know. I know it's old. But it's African. The oldest African American bookstore. So it's not the oldest bookstore.
Nor was it necessarily started by an African American. They could have acquired it later.
Yeah. Okay, how about 5 as we move through these? Youth is what?
Yeah, no clue.
No idea. Oakland was where the Black Panthers were, so they did a lot of stuff in that area.
It's sad I was born there and I don't know any of these answers.
Oh, you're supposed to have this.
And I work for a company headquartered there and I don't know any of these answers.
Does any? I was throwing out some names that I was just thinking of some people's names that are prominent African Americans, like who was the mayor of San Francisco?
Willie Brown.
Yeah, and he's still alive, right?
Yes.
I wonder if he'd fit any of these. He doesn't live in Santa Cruz. He couldn't be. Okay, no, he would be in San Francisco. He wouldn't be Oakland. Does anybody recognize any of these books or any of these people?
No.
How about Malcolm X for 8? Was Malcolm X revolutionary suicide, was killed in Oakland in 1989? Does that make sense?
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that does. That's a good answer.
So I was just trying to think of prominent African Americans that I knew and then seeing if they get questions. That's how I was thinking it.
What about Frederick Douglass?
Langston Hughes.
That's early.
For 10? No, didn't die in 98.
Langston Hughes?
Well, he's definitely dead. Oh, I don't know Langston Hughes. Who's that?
Alive? Oh, no, Langston Hughes, I don't think is alive anymore.
Okay, African American females. Let me think if I can think of any that are, well, Kamala.
Kamala Harris.
Maya Angelou.
Yeah, Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou, where's she from?
I don't know where anybody's from.
She's died, so.
Toni Morrison.
Oh, Toni Morrison. She's dead too, right?
I'm pretty sure I thought she's still alive.
She's dead, yeah.
Oh.
How old would she be?
Morrison? I don't think she's extremely old.
Oh, so not Toni Morrison. Faith says that Toni Morrison died in the last 5 years.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, that does sound familiar. Here comes Deborah. Let me put her in her room. All right, we got to know a lot of prominent African Americans that are not actors. Come on now, this is embarrassing.
It's embarrassing that I'm a librarian and I have no clue. But I'm not a public librarian, so.
That's true.
Well, there's Maya Angelou, but
Oh,
none
Miss
of these.
Cleo. She's the one from Trinidad. No, she's from LA. I think, or Louisiana, I think. Miss Cleo. To be fair with you, I don't usually know most people's names, so
Same here.
somebody lives in Oakland. Gosh, this person born in 36, they'd be 90 years old. Almost 80,
Yeah.
87.
What about that black woman from Star Trek? What was her name?
Yeah, but these all make it sound like they're not
No, not actors.
Primarily authors.
yeah, they look like they're all authors and not.
But did she write a book about her experience as the first black woman on Star Trek?
She may have, but I don't think it made of any prominence if she did, because I've never even heard of it. Versus, like, I've heard of I Am Spock, even though I never read it.
Sure, right.
Do you know
Her
any
name
of
is
them?
Nicole something, right?
Maybe.
Okay, let me look around my room at the book titles here. Maybe something will ring a bell.
How about the one who lives in Santa Cruz?
Yeah, that's nearby.
The meaning of freedom. Freedom is a constant struggle and beyond the frame. Behind a frame.
I was thinking of Huerta. What's her name? But she's a Hispanic. She's Hispanic. Dorothea. I think her name is Dorothea Huerta. But no, it would be her. My history books are on that side. I don't know if I can see them low enough to see. In literature, I can't quite see. I'm not sure I'm going to be a good help.
Helen's starting to trying to think of his name.
Number 9, the one in Santa Cruz, born in 1944, they would be in their 80s.
Okay, Emily, tell me if you know any of these book authors. Ready for Revolution? They're all going to be Black authors. Ready for Revolution. The meaning of freedom. Freedom is a constant struggle or beyond the frame. Revolutionary suicide. Soul on Ice. A lonely rage. Okay.
They all sound like they would be leaders of movements, like
Black Panther, maybe.
Yeah. Do we know any names of any of the other Black Panthers?
I was asking my daughter
Louis
because
Horton. Isn't Louis Horton one?
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, Willie Horton's a possibility.
You could put Louis Horton on all of them that we don't know the answer to.
All right.
Probably. I'm sure he's still up in Oakland.
Louis Horton or Willie Horton?
I think it's Louis Horton, isn't it?
I never heard of Louis Horton, but I heard of Willie Horton.
Willie Horton.
I also heard of Tim Horton.
And you don't think that Brown would be any of these guys? Fitz. He would be in his 80s. And she would have obscured the fact that he was mayor of San Francisco.
Do you think that for the theme, it might be more specific to Black Panthers? Or, Black Panther.
Want to put that instead?
Well,
no, because Malcolm X was a Black Panther. I think it's that for American history.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Yeah, Louis Horton was the one that was the I'm pretty sure he's a black. I mean, he's a African American. No, I mean I'm talking about a Black Panther. What am I saying? No, I know. I trying to remember. God, this is going back 20 years.
Oh,
Barack Obama for one of them.
the one that was born in Trinidad, right? Because he
Yeah.
wasn't born in the U.S.
No, he was born in
Kenya,
Africa or someplace. Somebody born in
Good one, Eve.
Sorry.
Died in Pomona.
Pomona, Southern California.
Who would that be? 1935, they would have been 100 years old. Well, they died in 98.
Years old. Susan, your math.
No.
They'd be like ancient if they're still around. If they were still around, they'd be 90 if they're still around. So they died 20 years ago. So they died in their 60s. From Arkansas that died in California. Soul on Ice. That was really interesting. Good job, Celia. And made me tax my brain.
Well, it's not a good job if you want a new person to come back. And I think that's why Kara hasn't come back, because the first 2 rounds she played were awfully hard. And
That's okay.
are they always like that? I said no, and she didn't believe me.
I just texted Carolyn, is it always this hard? And she told me no. So
No,
I'll be
no.
back.
At the first one I came on, boy, we had some real, that was.
People got 8s and 9s in mine last week.
Okay, that's
I like the 5s.
Thank you, Celia, for volunteering to do a category.
Thank you, Celia, for doing this. I thought it was a great category.
I'm always trying to not be too easy, but I
Yeah,
wasn't
we've also
being hard.
done-
I mean, I end up being hard.
This is game number 251. You know
succeeded.
how many categories we've done?
And I always want to make sure that the answer isn't obsolete and there won't be any sort of argument, you know.
That's a good policy.
But a few times, you know, a couple times I have goofed in that regard. But
no, I think it's a good category. Go ahead and give
this
us the
one.
answer.
I think I don't there's any disputing the answers. So.
And also, nice do.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah, cute.
It cut my hair a few days ago. Yeah. Okay, let me oops, gotta find the answers. Hold on. Okay. The answers. Okay. You guys did pretty well on the first couple ones, actually. It sounded like. And I thought they were kind of, the first couple ones were hard. Let's see, I lost my chat. Okay. So, first question was, who started the first free breakfast for school children? This was a surprise when I learned this a few years ago. It was the Black Panther Party.
Would you accept T'Challa?
No. Sorry. Black Panther Party. 2, most of you seem to get this one at the
Black Panther
Olympics. Olympic runners Tommy Smith and John Carlos were the gold and silver medal winners, respectively, on the what do you call the place where they
Podium.
Yeah.
Podium.
And when they were, you know, they put the medal around their neck, they did the Black Panther salute.
I don't know how
Black
anyone
Power
could forget
salute.
that.
The Black
Well, I
Power
guess you
salute
could
like that.
forget it if you never knew it.
That's true. If you never knew that.
But I remember that.
And what did the white person who was the third medalist do?
It's a German.
Nothing.
It was German, yes.
Just stood there.
Respectfully.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very
again, I'm
respectfully.
going to start a war and we're going to take
Yeah,
it
nope,
out.
knowledge.
Nope, he allowed them to have their moment.
One of them went to my alma mater, San Jose State. That's why I knew the answer.
Oh,
Yeah.
very cool.
The German guy?
No.
Ron.
I'm pretty sure it was Tommy.
Okay, number 3, these 3 free clinics. I heard some really good discussion about that. And personally, I think this is the hardest of all of these questions. That's what's pretty hard. But they were called the People's Free Medical Clinics.
Oh,
I remember
that's one of
that.
those. If you knew it, you knew it. If you didn't know it, you did not know that.
If we miss peoples in medical, would that count?
Free clinics.
Number 4, the oldest African American bookstore in the US is called Marvis Books.
Oh,
And
sorry.
it is named after Marcus Garvey.
Oh, what is right?
Who's a Jamaican intellectual activist, revolutionary. Well, he was. Marcus Garvey. And it's in Oakland. And actually went for my first time right after Christmas.
Oh, you went
Marcus
to
Books.
that book
Yeah.
tour you did, and
Yeah. And I'd never been to Marcus Books before. It was really,
I'd never heard of it.
it
I
was
was
really cool.
laughing because I checked out this book yesterday, The Bookshop, A History of the American Bookstore, but I have yet to read it.
But
But
you
the
couldn't
answer
open it.
is I couldn't open it. I didn't open it until just now, but it is in here.
Oh, interesting.
It's so good. It's so
Yeah. It's called
It's
The
actually
Bookstore.
not even that big
Very
of a
cool.
store. It's
Yeah.
really it's just a cool little space. But anyway, yeah.
Sorry, team. I was guessing City Lights.
Oh, that was a beatnik bookstore, not a Black African American bookstore.
That's a fine distinction.
Yes, quite. I went there when I was up in the Bay Area over Christmas too. That's a great bookstore. But yeah, no, it's definitely not
Yeah, I think when I hadn't realized what the theme was yet.
yeah. I'm an African American. Okay, number 5. This was hard. So the question was about the school or educational program in Oakland started in 1971 by the Intercommunal Youth Institute, and it was called the Liberation School. And it was opened in 1971, and then in 1974, the name changed to Oakland Community School, and then it closed in 1982. But it was a accredited school for a while, and it actually is sometimes credited with establishing African American curriculum in Oakland Public Schools. They incorporated Oakland Public Schools afterwards.
Because history is about the world and people, and Black people are people?
Not anymore.
Yeah, that
yeah.
That ends
Yeah,
Monday.
what a concept.
And I remember, since I went to Berkeley Public Schools long before King Day was a holiday, we did a big acknowledgement in my elementary school, and they actually had us make signs and march around the school halls singing "We Shall Overcome."
Wow.
Yeah, that was in Berkeley
Someday.
schools in the 70s. Yeah. All right, so the names. Let me see if I can put them all on there. I heard you guys were doing actually really good, because again, these were pretty tricky. Some of these people are a little more obvious, a little better known than some of the others. Okay. Number 6 was Bobby Seale.
Seale.
Didn't realize he was still alive.
He's the Black Panther, right?
I know I had to look him up, and apparently he is. Yeah, he's still somewhere in Oakland. Yeah, I don't know what state he's in, because he's quite elderly, but yeah. 7 was Eldridge Cleaver. Now, Eldridge Cleaver had a very strange background. He actually, because he was this big radical, but he kept having all kinds of legal troubles, and he kept what do you call it when you run away from being prosecuted by the law?
Fugitive.
Yeah, he was in Africa for a while, and
You run for president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the answer right there.
What's really funny is that actually in the 80s, after he had been in exile, he'd been in exile in all these different places. He came back, and he came to Berkeley, and he ran, and then he became a born-again Christian, and then became a Seventh-day Adventist, and he became a avid Republican and ran for Berkeley City Council as a Republican in the late 80s.
Weird.
But he lost. Yeah, he was a strange case. But his legal things because he was accused of some pretty nasty stuff, including rape and murder and so on. But anyway, so 7. Number 8 was Huey Newton. He was the one who was murdered supposedly in a drug deal in 1989. And then 9, I think most of you got this, I think, was Angela Davis, who is Professor Emeritus at UC Santa Cruz. Number 10, Stokely Carmichael, or he took on the African name Kiwami Toure. And so he did settle in Guinea, West Africa.
Does that name ring? Did others know that name? Even hearing it, I don't recognize that name.
Yeah.
I don't recognize it.
I heard that name a lot. Yeah.
Stokely Carmichael or the
Okay, Norman.
It's actually Stokely, but
Stokely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carmichael or Tiwami Toure.
No, Stokely Carmichael, I remember.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he came and spoke to my college up in Washington State many years ago, and he was calling himself Kiwami Toure at that time.
Did he ever pick a third name, Sidney Poitier?
Yeah.
No, we need a point. We need a freaking point.
All Trinidadians are the same. No.
Yeah, I apologize to my team. I actually saw him talk when I was an undergrad. He came to our school, and he said one of the things I remember him saying was that if Jesus came back now, we'd all be walking around with little electric chairs hanging around our necks.
Oh,
come on.
And the theme. I want to throw it up there. Did anybody actually get it on the head here? The theme was
Obvious is Black history.
I said
Black Panther Party.
I'm
Black
sorry,
Panther
team. We
Party.
were going to put Black Panther. We ended up not going with Black
Yeah,
Panther.
no.
because I thought
Not
Malcolm
Black
X was
History
one of them.
Month or whatever was not enough. These are all actually very specifically Black Panther Party related.
Sorry.
They founded the first free breakfast for school kids. They the Olympic runners that did the salute, they were doing that in support of the Black Panther Party. They stated that later. The Berkeley's free medical clinic was founded by the Black Panther Party. Marcus Books at one point was a hangout, and they had some Black Panther meetings there. That was probably the least tied to it, but even still, there was definitely a center of activity at that of Black Panther activity at that time. And the Liberation Schools, that was also a project of the Black Panther Party. What was I'm trying to find the group name was the Intercommunal Youth Institute was the young chapter. I don't remember what the age cutoff was, but it was the young chapter of the Black Panther Party. So it was the official affiliate of the young Black Panther Party. It was really interesting doing the research because there was like a lot going on at the Black Panther Party at one time. They even had a White Panthers affiliate group for white allies.
Oh, interesting.
At one time. Yeah, which was kind of interesting. And then all of those 5 people, at one time were members of the Black Panther Party. It was Bobby Seale and Huey Newton who were the founders. And then Eldridge Cleaver was a leader at one, was a member at one time. Angela Davis was definitely a member at the time. Stokely Carmichael too. Stokely Carmichael actually, there were different business disputes over the years, but supposedly left the Black Panther Party because they were a little too open to the White Panthers, and he was a bit more of a separatist, and part of why he immigrated to Africa, and he was married to what was her name? That South African singer, the one who popularized Pata Pata. Oh shoot, Makuma.
Miriam Makeba.
Miriam Makuma. Thank you. Anyway, so why I did this specifically was not because of Martin Luther King's birthday. He was not a Black Panther. But a few years ago, I was attending an Echo Farm conference and a session about, food systems and food justice. I learned that little tidbit of that fact that it was the Black Panthers that started the first free breakfast. And I thought, well, that was interesting. And then later I learned about their clinics and all these other social programs. And I thought, well, that was interesting because we tend to think of them as just real political activists and violent and all this. I didn't know that they had this real social. So I was really stressing that all the social programs they did. And
Interesting
then
category.
Yeah, and when I was recently in the East Bay, I went to the Oakland Museum that actually had a little exhibit about the Black Panthers. So I thought, oh, this is interesting. So as I say, I did a bit more research. And if you're curious more, I was going to copy and paste it, but I'm sorry I didn't get to it. They had like a 10-point manifesto or demands that are actually, they're either
another category
that are not, they're not as radical as you might think, or maybe I'm more radical than I thought, but it sounded I don't know, to me it sounded like a lot of like basic things like a right to housing and meaningful work and healthcare and education, freedom from police brutality, things like that was all in their 10-point manifesto.
Right.
So it was very interesting. So, I mean, there actually was a lot of little good out of there. It's just definitely certainly a violent side to it, but I don't think that was the main point. So
social
Good
change.
category. Well done.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah.
So let's
Yeah,
go
it
to
is
the
very
team scores.
interesting. Yeah.
Team Medicare.
Well, you're old enough to know Team Medicare.
4.
I think we got 4.
Four.
All right.
Good for you.
The special trivia invoice to a troubled trivia.
Avi?
7. Sorry.
Wow.
Ben.
Well,
Whoa.
Karen would have known all those.
Well, and Peggy and I live near Oakland, where some of this history.
Oh, yeah. Okay, AI is just a bit outside. Did you
Brain is a terrible thing to waste.
3? I didn't
I
hear
don't
the
know, Rob. Did you keep score?
No, we got 2.
2.
Okay. All right, you guys. The team name of all team names, paying attention to those people who arrive late. Team 1 is Trump asked Lincoln some advice for his second term. Go to the theater was his answer.
Two.
No way. We only got 2?
We only got 2.
And Eve, and maybe Norman too. So one thing that we wrestle with, Eve and Norman, when we do categories, is if people get 8, 9, or 10, we're like, oh yay, they knew the categories, and we're happy. And Susan says, it's got to be harder. I don't want to see 9s and 10s.
I want to see some.
So Celia is following doctor's orders.
I like that kind of stuff. I like it to be a little more. I mean, heck, we're on year 5 almost. We got to have some challenge here. It can't
So
be
what
all
are you
that.
aiming? What's the sweet spot? 5
or 6?
5?
5 or 6.
Because you don't want to have one. That would be
yeah, I like
more
ones
important.
too.
Or ones.
More important than
fun.
the absolute score is the spread.
Yeah, so we've got a 2, a 2, a 4, and a 7.
And then occasionally, like a team will have a ringer, like somebody who's got, like it just happens to be their thing to know, like whatever that.
Yeah, and that's exciting because it's like finally you know something. I knew the first 2. I didn't know the rest. Sorry, guys. I had taken back in college in 2001 or 2002. We actually went on a tour of Oakland, and one of these guys, I think it was Bobby Seal. He got in the van and he gave us a tour of the whole Black Panthers, like in the house.
You had a personal tour by Bobby Seale?
Do I have a what?
You had a personal tour?
I think it's Bobby Seale. I just
Seale
went to go
himself?
look and I can't find any photos. And I'm like, Gerbic, you always take photos, but it was 2000 and we went all over the place. I wrote an article about it for school, so I'll have to go look. But oh my gosh, I don't think I have any pictures. I'm pretty sure it was Bobby Seale.
Wow.
I know. I didn't know anything about the Black Panthers at that time, but it was
So
very
I'm
interesting.
curious, those who just got 2, what were the 2 easiest questions?
The first and
We
second.
got 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Yeah, those are
Okay.
the easy ones. We overthought
Well, I'm
the other
actually
ones.
impressed you would get those 2 because I mean they're not that easy. Number 2, it seemed like the one that everybody got.
Well, the people I
Oh, you
thought it
remember
was
seeing
African
it.
American history, and I didn't think of it as being Black Panther necessarily because I thought Malcolm X was one of the answers, and Malcolm X wasn't a member of the Black Party. Okay, anyway, great job, Celia. That was different. Okay, so now we have Kevin. Kevin, do you
Are
have
you
something a
ready?
little less difficult?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we are.
All right,
so
here
ready.
we go. It's all in a PowerPoint, and I think when after we're done looking at it, I can find a way to share it.
Okay.
So let me share the screen first.
Are we able to keep, do we need to keep recording or any copyright
Oh,
stuff?
no, you can keep recording.
And now for
Can
something
you,
completely
can you
different.
see that?
Yeah.
Yes. Kevin's record collection.
Album covers and inside artwork or the backsides of some of my favorite albums.
Oh, this is great. Okay, good
Name
idea.
the artist or the album. See the white spots? That means I hit it so you couldn't read what it said.
You guys go to a lot of trouble.
Can they be all Billy Joel?
They could be, but I don't think you might get one right. Okay, so this is number 1, and I didn't even name them because the slides themselves are named. So this is the first one.
Kevin, can you put it on slideshow so that they get bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah, bigger would be good.
Oh.
If you
Down
go
at
up
the
to the
bottom, no,
top,
on the bottom.
No, the lower tab. No, the lower tab.
Actually, I think
It's at the
F5
top.
works.
What about if the person who suggested it to him helps him? So there's one voice.
Move the cursor down to
Yeah.
the taskbar. Now
That
go
would
to
be
the right.
Peggy. It was
Go to
Peggy's
the right.
idea.
Yeah.
Now a little to the left.
I
Right to
can't
the left.
because
Right
there's a-
now. 2 icons to the right of where your cursor
One
was.
more.
One more over. One more over.
There you
That's
go.
it.
That it?
Hey,
There you
yay!
go.
Yay!
Great idea, Peggy.
All right, now you guys got to be nice. I don't want people to think we're mean to each other. We love each other.
I love Peggy more.
like siblings. Sibling
Oh,
love.
God.
Okay, let's go to number 2.
I don't know who that is. No idea.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll put the link in later. Let's go to number 3.
You covered the face or to give it away? Is that?
Yes, because if you
Yeah.
saw the guy's face or the girl's face, you
Well,
might know
no,
who it is.
I respect that. Just clarifying.
Yeah. All the white blocks I took out, they either photos or names of albums or
He
songs
just
or
wanted a
something.
chance to show off his record collection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
He's
Yeah.
like, I've been saving this record collection for years for a reason.
This is the next
This
one.
one.
I'll do this with my book collection.
This
I
is the
have-
next one.
Oh,
Okay,
that
good.
one.
I
So
have
you
2
have to-
giant boxes of
Most of
albums.
these you have to either name the album or the artist. I'll take either one.
Mhm.
And then a couple of them I have different. You'll see this. It's listed. What album is this?
Oh shoot!
What number is that? 5?
Well, you guys made me put that other thing on. They were labeled.
Well, they should show up if you labeled them on the slide.
I didn't put it on this. I had it on the side here, but
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Okay.
yeah. So
Well, we screwed up.
yeah. Well, when you look at them the other way, you'll be able to see them. I forgot which one this is, but there's 10 plus a bonus.
Hi, sweetie pie.
Here's the next one.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the next one.
Wait, are these 2 different sides of the same record cover?
This here is the backside and the inside.
Oh,
I didn't put the front because it was too obvious. When I show the answer, you'll be like, "Oh, okay, I know which one it is."
yeah, okay.
Banana chip. You want a banana chip?
This is one. It's a greatest hits album, but it's not called greatest hits. It's called something else. So either name the name of the album, the band, or any one of the songs that is on this album.
How about the greatest hits? Is that
No, it's not called Greatest Hits. It's a Greatest Hits compilation,
right.
but it's called something else.
So
God, I hope somebody knows something.
on Kevin, we can do the name of the album, the band, or a song.
Yes, for this one.
Only for this one.
This one, not all of the records.
Right, just this one.
Okay, gotcha.
Here's the next one. It's another compilation, but it's not called Greatest Hits. Name the band or the album, not the song in this case.
Jeez. Did you want to come sit with me?
Here's the next one.
Oh man. Oh.
I know Susan probably knows this one.
Yeah.
Why do I know
Okay.
this one?
Can we get
Oh.
a younger person on our team?
Okay, hold on. And one more.
Kevin.
Here's
That's
the
Kevin.
bonus. Here's
That's
the bonus. Name the album. Just want the album.
Fat dead person. Oh my god.
It's terrible.
Oh, that's awful. Maybe my cat.
Oh, no.
No idea.
Million
Dog
Elvis fans
vomit.
can be
50,000
wrong.
Elvis fans can be wrong.
Oh,
50 million.
rip off. The
Oh,
new rip off
See
repackaging
if
job.
I can share the link somehow.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Not that I don't think it's gonna help me any.
Trying to figure out how to do this.
You can upload it into the chat.
Yep. Yeah, I think I did this before. It's going in. It's taking a minute to upload.
I got 3 old cats. It's been they're adorable, but God, they're old.
And then which one's your asshole cat?
I don't have one. They're all assholes.
Then who's using the catnip toy that says that?
I don't know. It's stuck under something now.
They're bored
It's still
already.
uploading. It's a little more than halfway.
I think it's stuck under something. They take turns being assholes.
That's very nice.
I think
saw
they have a little check-off list.
I saw a cute video today of a cat playing in a snow. I don't know if any of you live in snow country, but it was pretty adorable.
Rob's throwing his cat outside right now.
I live in
Like
snow
snow.
country, sort of.
You don't
You
have
have a cat though.
Yes. I do not have a cat. No.
Sweetie pie.
We're not allowed to have pets where we live.
Really?
How about a turtle? Or
A
goldfish?
turtle might be able to get away with.
Goldfish?
I hope there are clues on those album covers, Kevin, because
It might be another low scoring.
It might be a
counting on
little.
ring a bell.
They're all. I don't want to say million sellers. Some of them were. They're popular albums.
I'm just guessing.
My
Billy
wife
Joel.
scored a 5.
Yeah, but
Attest
she's
to
married to you.
No, that doesn't matter.
You are a music aficionado.
Well, not really, but
Was one of those albums by the group Lighthouse?
They're referring
don't give
to the fact
anybody any
Norman
hints.
The group is Lighthouse. The name of the album is Punch and Judy's Greatest Hits.
So
There you
Eve
go.
and Norman, we had categories called lighthouses, and then one on Punch and Judy I did, and we got like 3 points the whole time, and everybody would not let it die.
As listed
I
on
gotta go.
RogerEvans.com.
I'll be right back. Okay. I'm not.
it's still spinning. It says it's uploading still.
Should we go to our rooms? We could,
I don't know. Because
We won't be able to do anything.
or you could do it. And we could just take pictures of the covers again.
It's but it's about to finish, I think. There it is.
Okay, good. All right, got it.
Someone make sure it works, and then I'll send you to your rooms. I
Says
didn't
it's
know how
opening.
painful it
I
was
don't
going to
know
be
where it's
uploaded.
opening
I thought
at.
it was quicker than that.
Did it come through? Somebody
Oh,
check.
yeah, it came through, but I think it's downloading now.
So it might still take a little while.
Oh, this is painful.
I've got it. It works.
You got it? Okay, so let's go. Send us, Kevin.
Okay.
I want to get us out before too late. Carl's.
Yeah, it works.
Before.
Anyway, we're moving forward.
They're probably the same two everybody else knows.
I know number one. That's
Oh, you know what?
What was
Is
number
anybody
one?
going to show them
I'm
at
gonna
all?
share because I don't. It's not uploaded yet for me.
oh, I might
Is
have
the one I don't know, it's like towards the end where there's two guys standing, like in the light. Would that be Queen?
I think that's what I put. I put Queen.
Because one of them looked like it could be what's his name?
Freddie Mercury. Yeah, I put Queen.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
No idea who this is. Who's this?
I don't know this one.
That's somebody said they knew one.
Does anybody?
No, number two.
Anybody? No, number two.
No.
Who's
Billy
that?
Joel.
It's Billy Joel.
Could
Billy
number one
Joel.
could number one be McLean? What's his name?
John McClane.
By American.
Yeah.
Oh, McLean. That'd be about the right
You could be
era.
right. Yeah.
Is it John?
Don.
Don, I think. I think it's
Don
Don
McLean.
McClane.
Don. D-O-N.
Yeah, because
Don
remember these
McLean.
are all
The
albums.
70s. So
He would have had them.
is
This
that
one-
Steve Miller? The Steve Miller band?
It's not the Steve Miller album I had.
All right.
I don't
I
know how
don't
you can
know.
make anything out here. This is a mess.
Well, Steve Miller was really popular about the same time as
Steve
his
Miller is
Yeah.
an answer, so we should put it.
I think it's a good idea.
Well, how do you know that? What?
Steve Miller was
What?
popular at the same time as he's
I know, but what do you mean Steve Miller is an answer? Who said that?
I
I
did.
did.
I think it looks familiar, and for some reason,
No. But the way Ben said it, Steve Miller is an answer. How do you know that? Ben.
Meaning it's
It
it's
doesn't
an answer
matter.
as
Can we
opposed
It's a
to a
move
blank,
possible
Rob.
answer. Let's go on.
Okay, so number 4 is Styx,
Ooh, well done.
the Paradise.
Which one?
This
Is
one?
that? Oh, yeah, that is Styx.
Yeah.
STYX, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Aerosmith.
Aerosmith.
Yep, Aerosmith, definitely.
I knew that one. There's one.
Is
John
this
and
John Lennon?
Yoko.
Is it
Oh,
John
is
Lennon?
that right?
Yes.
I can't remember the name of the album though. It's killing me, but that's John and Yoko.
Sorry, you can name the artist, so I'm just putting John Lennon.
Okay.
What's this one?
Don't know.
I thought it was Pink Floyd, but I didn't recognize it. But it was dystopian enough to be a Pink Floyd.
Yeah,
top
yeah,
one.
yeah. You're probably right.
Kind of looks
I-
like the wall.
No, but it's not the wall.
It's not the wall. It's the one where they're shaking hands.
No,
And the
that's
guy's on
Wish You Were
fire.
Here.
Yeah.
I don't think this is Wish You Were Here. Is it Wish You Were
Well,
Here?
it's a better answer than
yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, Pink Floyd. Yeah.
Can't even make out what that's a picture of. On
It's
the
a
bottom.
statue.
It's sideways, I think. If
Yeah,
you
it's
maybe
a
look-
statue with a.
It's
Oh,
a
wait a
cloaked
minute.
figure holding
Wait,
a
wait,
lantern,
wait.
standing on a
Led
rock.
Zeppelin.
It could be Zeppelin. I
Led
think it's likely
Zeppelin.
Zeppelin. 'Cause
Okay, now that you said it's on the side, that's Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
that's number 7.
Yep.
Okay, I have to give a hint to everybody. One of them is the guy in my background photo.
We got that already.
Okay.
Yeah, we got that. Number 8, I think, is Foreigner. Because I recognize the guy.
Oh, the jukebox at the top.
Yeah.
It's Foreigner. Queen.
Yeah.
That could be Queen, yeah. Oh,
My
wait.
son
Isn't
the
that
guy
what's
in the
his
left?
face?
The guy in the middle left.
The guy with the tie on in the right.
Oh, the who?
Isn't that Green Day?
Oh.
But that's really late. Green Day?
But look at the right hand side over there with the guitarist with the curly hair. I mean, that reminds me of Brian May. And then
Right.
the little kind of reminds me
Yes.
of Freddie Mercury.
Well, he whited out on the left. That's where the keyboard would be, and that's where Freddie Mercury would have been.
Okay, what number is this now? Would this be
This is 9.
Number 9.
Okay, but Alan, you also thought it was Queen, right?
Well, only by I'm just going looking at the picture on the left. But
Okay.
if you look at the picture on the right, where they whited out on the left on the left, that's where the keyboard is, and Mercury was the keyboard player. So they
Yeah.
All right,
why
so
it's
we're
whited out.
putting Queen then, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I expect.
This is Dr.
Grateful Dead.
Demento. Oh, I thought it was Dr. Demento.
That's what I said, Dr. Demento.
Oh, it is
Oh.
Dr. Demento.
No, I thought that was Kevin.
Oh, I did write Dr. Demento. Oh, you're right. Yeah. It does look like Kevin though.
I didn't. I heard it, but I never.
No,
had
it's definitely Dr. Demento. Yeah.
no idea for this.
Fish heads. Fish.
Oh no!
Um,
Roly poly
Roly fish heads.
Fish heads. Fish
them up.
heads.
Yum.
Eat them
Up. Yum.
So
I don't know what this is.
I don't know what's going on here.
Dr.
Yeah.
Dr.
Dr. Demento.
Yeah.
Fish.
Oh, we're going
So
back
we
to
don't
that
have
one.
anything for the
bonus.
Oh, so the bonus is not it. Okay. Yeah, I had a whole bunch of Dr. Demento songs.
Would this be
What's that? TCB?
Is that the
Dog vomit?
so that it wouldn't be a Weird Al album, I don't think.
No, it doesn't
No.
look like Weird Al. He would never put a
A dead
No.
person.
And
No.
remember, this has got to be back in the day when he was collecting albums.
So would this be a punk band because it's so irreverent?
I don't think we had punk in the 70s.
Oh yeah, we did. In the 70s? Oh yeah, we did.
Who?
Sid Vicious and all those people. That was the 70s. That was late 70s.
I guess.
Yeah,
well,
Sid
look
Vicious
at
or-
what's in the red circle. A prescription signed by Dr. Nick. I don't know if that's
you
helpful
know
to
who
anyone.
it could be? Oh my God. James Randy's
What?
cutting off the heads.
Oh, Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper. How much you want to bet? Don't trust me. I've messed up everybody's rounds. I always do. But
Well, we can't have an artist for this one. You need the album, so. that won't
Oh,
help.
yeah.
hey, you two get along. Get along. No fighting.
Get along, little kitties.
I don't know any of Alice Cooper's
I don't
albums.
know. I don't know.
I don't know any of Alice Cooper's songs, I don't think.
So I'm suspecting the answer is in the big yellow whiteout. Just one word.
Yeah. Elvis's
Death? Elvis's
Yes.
Funeral.
return?
Ooh, ooh.
What did he say?
Well, I said funeral, but
Left the
Yeah.
building?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Resurrection.
well, that's a good one too.
Remembrance.
It's a smaller font, so it's a longer word, but I don't know if that's still if resurrection would fit there, if we think that's long
Who
enough.
would have done well, okay, that's a good one.
Well, if he's not dead, if he didn't die,
That's true. He didn't die.
Yeah, it's none of the words here like say anything about the famous Elvis sightings, so that's kind of weird. Unless it's under the bottom, which I can't read. I can't read that. Under fat dead person, what does it say there?
The something corpse of
is there
and
I
Is
like
there a
Elvis's
date?
something
funeral.
past Elvis Presley. Something in his casket in the music.
is there a date anywhere?
Years of
Yeah, it's upper
something-
left under the E in inquire, but I can't read it.
Hard to read it, yeah.
Wait.
I like Elvis's funeral personally, but it's a guess.
Yeah, it's just that
Finally,
what's yellowed out there is longer than that word.
Yeah.
Well, unless I have it in big font.
Could be, but
Or he just did, more
He
yellow.
may have, yeah.
You don't know for sure.
yeah.
something in the
Elvis has
Virgin
left the
chest.
building.
Yeah.
It says something in Virgin Charm, Virgin Cream, Virgin something that starts with a V and it looks like cream. And there's New something.
We don't know, so just let's
Oh,
make up
I
something
thought it would
like
give
left the
some kind of.
building.
Yeah,
This one's
Elvis is-
hard, and that's why it's a bonus. It's hard. You either know it or you don't.
Well, left the building doesn't make sense because it's Elvis possessive.
Oh, for
It could
God's
be
sake.
Right.
Elvis.
Yep.
Elvis is
So funeral or
last
resurrection
will.
or something like that
Yeah,
would work.
something like that.
I don't care. We can pick funeral, whatever.
Very still songs because this record is about as funny as a turd in a punch bowl. God.
I know. Is that awful, huh?
So going back to number 3, I'm not 100% sure it's Steve Miller, but for some reason
That's a
it
good
just
guess.
I
I
had a
think it's fine.
flashback.
Yep.
Yeah. So what do we have for number 1? Do we have an answer for 1?
Don
That was
McLean.
Don McLean.
Okay.
John McClane, Billy Joel,
Yeah.
Steve Miller, Styx,
Yep.
Aerosmith, Lennon, Led Zeppelin, Foreigner,
Yep.
Queen, and Dr. Demento.
Mhm.
We're still working on it.
I think it's John Lennon and Yoko Ono.
Yeah, you
though.
got to put both because that's.
I agree.
Did what's his name? DeYoung or whatever his name? Was he singing the front for Styx?
Dennis DeYoung.
Yeah. Was that Styx?
Yeah.
So wait. So did Yoko ever sing?
Yeah. Well, no, she
Well,
went, "Oh,
technically,
sorry.
Sing.
Oh,
It was a
jeez.
generous
If you
word.
could call it singing.
Yeah. Did you like my impersonation?
yes, you did a very good job, Adrian.
I think
All right.
you've surpassed her singing, so you did fine.
So see, this is my question because they want the album or the artist. Would you call her an artist?
Yeah, she was
part of the
an
album.
artist. She was a sculptress, and
She was actually, yeah, she was a.
he met her at an art gallery.
Yeah, that's how he
Yeah.
met her. Because she wrote a tiny little on a piece of paper and put it on the ceiling. It was the word yes.
Oh, is that right? I had forgotten that.
Shocker.
And she didn't deal with him. You know,
And she got paid lots of money for that, just so you know. But anyway.
Sort
I've
of
got
like
items on my roof all the time. I post it's all over. Nothing's
Yeah.
up.
it's like a banana taped to the wall.
Yeah.
If you can get away with
Well, that's why I like the Ruddles. Did you ever see the Ruddles? And then they said, meanwhile, at a pretentious art gallery, because they were making fun of her. And the greatest thing is the reporter in front of the pretentious art gallery was George Harrison.
Oh, that's fun.
And I flipped out. None of my friends knew who he was because obviously he was in disguise. And I was having a cow because I thought it was so great that it was George Harrison.
I'm trying to clean something off my screen on you, Carolyn. I thought it was my screen. There's this little, I guess it's
Seagull.
oh, is that what that is? I thought it might be a Paris.
It
looked like it's a water.
It's clearly a drone.
It's a drone. It's a drone.
I
Adrian's
have to go
leaving.
now. Yeah, I have to
All
go.
right, Adrian.
Drones.
She's gonna go play golf.
It's
Bye,
a inauguration game or something. I've never done one of these before,
Tell them
so
not to have them on Thursdays anymore.
okay. Well, it just came out today. That's why it's happening today tonight.
Okay.
So it's a special thing. So anyway, thanks.
Cheerio.
Oh, and hey, Susan, I have a video I want to share at the break.
So wait, no, we got 2 minutes. What are we putting down for the last one?
Do we need the last
Funeral.
one?
I think we said funeral, right?
Elvis's funeral. Okay, let's put that.
Who's the guy in the picture? Is that Don McLean?
Don McLean. That's what it looks like.
Who's the guy in the left?
My
Jerry
twin brother.
Garcia.
That's my twin brother.
Jerry Garcia. That's Cherry Garcia. Okay, Ellen, that's fine. It's short, right?
It'll be as short as you guys want.
Short. Very short.
Well, yeah, it's a little excerpt from a concert. That I usually post on Facebook for Martin Luther King, but I didn't because I'm not doing that concert this year. But I'll
you're not doing that concert this year. You don't have any animosity towards that. Well,
but Carolyn, I mentioned Styx because I did years ago. I did do a concert with DeYoung.
Oh, cool.
And so he was singing all the Styx stuff, but it wasn't Styx. But he when he'd mention and all the guys in the audience would go, "You were Sticks."
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I guess he was really.
Too much time on my hands.
Yeah. Too much.
Too much time.
Yeah, they broke up and went their separate ways and stuff, but I think they tried to do a reunion a few years ago. I don't know, but
Are they still alive?
oh yeah. Yeah.
Boy, you know what? Those were good memories.
Yeah,
I used to
remember.
cruise with them.
Yeah.
Loud as I
Okay,
could
well,
make
we
it.
did not crash. I don't think we did not crash on this round.
No, I think
Yay!
we
Yay!
did. I think we did.
Oh, they're from Chicago.
Are you ready for some answers?
Yeah, it's easier
Oh,
than
yeah.
last one.
Not in our group.
I would beg to differ, Susan.
We're gonna share the answers.
I was
go for it.
clueless on that
And
one.
sometimes I put the rest of the album covers on there so you can see what it looks like and how good they are, some of these albums.
Thank you.
Number one, the answer is Don McLean, American Pie.
You got that.
And that's the guy in my background photo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well done, Norman.
Somewhere
Number two.
he's showing the picture up, that same picture to somebody going, the guy on my left, that's Jerry Garcia.
Number two is Billy Joel, The Stranger.
I didn't recognize it.
Number three is a tough one. Harry Chapin, Greatest Stories Live.
Sorry, guys.
Number four is the backside of Styx, Paradise Theater.
Oh, yes, I knew that. Damn it.
Number five is Aerosmith's Greatest
Oh,
Hit.
Yes.
Got that one.
It's kind of
What I
easy.
figured.
I heard Leonard get this one. Yoko Ono and John.
Yeah.
And
Hey.
Oh, it's
John
Double
Lennon.
Fantasy. That's
Double
it.
Fantasy.
Yeah, we got that.
Wait. Do you have a collector's version? Is it still in the plastic?
Well, yeah, I have plastic on it. The edge is slit.
Oh no, yeah, it's ripped on the side there, Karen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
He could pay
Like,
off his
I-
house. With
I keep the stickers on them too, as the next one is Led Zeppelin 4. Still have the sticker on it for Stairway to Heaven.
Oh.
That's the
Once they
inside.
told me that was
the
sideways, I
backside.
instantly got it.
Oh my gosh. Now it looks so familiar.
This next
Yeah.
one, you could name the songs or the band. It's Foreigner. It's
Yes.
called Records.
Oh,
The Greatest
darn.
Hits, and it shows a jukebox.
Sure.
One of the songs is Jukebox Hero. There's all the songs on the Greatest Hits.
The jukebox
Now,
hero.
Are those the members there at the?
Yes,
Yeah,
in color.
in the middle.
In the middle, the
I
the
knew
guy
I
is the lead
recognized
singer, and then Mick Jones is the second guy, and I don't know the last two guys' names.
Yeah, Vincent
It's a
picked out
guy,
that
then
those
another
were
guy,
the
and
artists,
third
but
guy.
we couldn't
Yeah,
get 'em.
and four guys in a row. And the next one, people said Grateful Dead. It is not Grateful Dead.
Dr.
It is
Demento.
Dr. Demento.
Yes.
Oh.
You
And the
skipped
last one
Skip.
is
Well, you skipped
Skip
the
one.
We
one.
missed one.
Shit.
We missed one.
Oh, shit.
We missed
Never
number
mind.
9.
number 9. Oh, 9 is Queen Live Killers.
Yes,
Hey.
we were right.
It's like a
Oh,
greatest
very
hits album, but
good.
it's live.
I was
And
gonna
num-
guess Queen, but you guys weren't
Oh.
saying anything, and then okay.
Yeah.
And number
why
9
did
was
you
10
say
was
it?
Dr.
Okay.
I
Demento.
should have.
And
That
some
makes
people thought that was the Jerry Garcia. And then this
Instantly
is
recognized as Dr.
an
Demento.
album that was really
Very
not a
good,
great
Leonard.
album. The worst songs of Elvis, they put it together and called it Elvis's Greatest Shit.
If we
Ah,
called
I
it
hear
Elvis
that.
Greatest, if we put Elvis Greatest Shits, is that good enough?
Shits,
Leonard-
yes.
Leonard
Okay.
knew it.
Leonard got it.
No, I
Yeah,
did
all
not
right.
know it.
Yes, you did.
I said
Yes.
Take
in-
credit for it. Take credit for it.
in line with the humor on the thing.
That's
On the
right.
bottom
It would be
bottom
funny.
left.
The
The-
very
with the
best
bottom
of the
left.
very worst is a big
So
hit.
it was a
I
compilation.
thought that you just knew it.
Right,
I
because
have
it
not heard
says
it.
a turd in a punch bowl.
I was
Exactly.
so amused by the dog vomit in the upper right corner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I made
Not
this a
just
bonus
any-
because
it's
it
not
was
just
really
any
hard. That's a
dog,
really hard
that's-
one.
That's Nipper.
Nipper, the dog, is
But
vomiting.
after Elvis
Yep.
died, someone released this album. It's it's not, I don't think it was an official, it was more like a bootleg type of an album, you know? But
And
it was
his
legitimate. I
estate
remember hearing
didn't-
it on the radio. Elvis is great as
His
shit.
estate didn't go batshit.
I don't know what happened,
I
but
think the state just did whatever.
they
it was
actually have a
doing.
volume too.
Oh,
And that
good
is
God.
an actual picture of him that someone took and sold to the National Enquirer. It was on the cover of the
Yep.
National Enquirer.
Yeah.
You know, as,
Right.
as further testament to the always say something no matter how unsure you are if nobody's saying anything else.
Yeah.
When I zoomed in on a picture of number 9 and vastly increased the resolution, I go, that one guy kind of looks like Brian May.
Yeah.
But I didn't say it out loud.
I should have said that. Yeah.
Well, good job, Kevin.
Yay.
That was fun. I like that you used stuff that was around the house. I think that was great. Okay, so let's keeping with the tradition. I must
Categories made with
share my
stuff around the
screen.
house.
Here we go. So let's see how we did. Trump asked Lincoln some advice for his second term.
5.
Proudly a 5. AI is just a bit outside. Don't get it.
9.
Significantly better.
9.
9.
Good work.
Jeez.
I think I only knew Dr. Demento. That was it. Team Medicare.
7.
You guys should know these. That's about your age there. And the special trivia invoice to Trouble Trivia.
6.
Not bad. 6.8. There's the special number. Good job, Kevin. All right, let's get our pictures. Everybody there? Romero, wake up.
I'm uploading the answer file in case anybody's interested.
I don't think I get my whole hand in there. It'd be up in the air somewhere. Where's Kyle?
That's Kyle.
Hurry up. I can't hold this up too
Kyle's a
long.
shapeshifter. He's a shapeshifter.
Okay, ready? Oh, Kyle is in the picture. He's the thing. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Cheese.
Okay, let's see. Put that in.
Buddha.
Okay, I got
Oh,
it.
look
Good
at
job.
that
Good
little-
job, everybody.
I want to see that Kyle
Sure.
tell us what's next up on Data Skeptic.
Why? He's going to be talking about it. You have to wait until
Yeah,
after
but
the break.
will that Kyle do it?
That Kyle.
After the
that
break?
Kyle.
Oh, that.
Can I share for just a second?
Yeah, 5 minutes. If you guys want to stay a little bit, he's got something he wants to share. So go for it.
Okay. What do I to get the
You have to
share
hit audio.
sound. So I do this like every year, and it's kind of cool because can you see the thing? It's
Yep.
Yep.
connected the thing on my stool, and the hall is filled, and it's really quite something when they do this. Yeah. Anyway, it's kind of
Oh,
kind of
so nice.
cool when
Contraband,
and,
huh?
when you got the big orchestra and you got you got 2,000 people or whatever there. They're all swaying, and it's really kind of cool.
That's beautiful.
That is cool. That was awesome.
Hey, Alan, you can
That's-
see that you
That's
guys
quite moving.
banded together.
I'm sorry, what's that?
You guys
Oh.
see that you banded together.
It's a pun. Just
Yeah.
ignore him.
Oh, yeah.
Just ignore him. All right, 4 minutes, you guys.
Ignore him.
I'm still recording.
I don't know. I don't know where I come out with these, but you know.
Oh,
What did that feel like to do that, Alan? That looks amazing.
You know, it really, especially the first time we did it. I mean, for anytime you're playing for a big crowd, but I mean, it is. It's at the end of the concert, and you've played a bunch of neat stuff, but when we do this, and everybody stands, and they ask everybody to hold hands, and they all sway, but it really is kind of cool. It really is.
yeah, that would be really moving.
Thank you.
Well, he
Alan,
say that they
Alan,
did move.
check
so
your
it was
email, Alan.
moving.
I don't know if I want to.
So, Vincent, you were wondering where these puns come from?
Oh,
My son came up with a good explanation for that sort of thing. He would say that guess sounded rectally inspired. Just pull it out of your ass.
yeah, of course. I like that.
Vincent, if you haven't heard it, you should listen to the American Pie album. The biggest song is actually American Pie, but the second biggest is called Vincent.
Yeah.
What beautiful song.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
One
try
of my favorite songs. That's like my favorite album of all time. Those are kind of the first two of my two favorite albums.
So Peggy is putting on the next
Round.
category. So I'm gonna stay just for that for Peggy. And then after that I really gotta go.
Kyle has apparently transformed back into a person.
Yeah.
We were looking forward to the different version of you talking about Data Skeptic.
Also, Kyle, did you get my Facebook message?
Sorry, I haven't been on Facebook Messenger all week. It's been a busy work week. I'll look at that by Saturday at the latest.
Okay. It's just about a potential venue that should probably work.
Oh, great. That's good news.
But I have to confirm some things with them first and also figure out if it's too expensive for people coming. It's a Greek restaurant that I really
I
like.
did a baby. She's
Ooh.
in Peppers. Hi, buddy. Want a treat?
Sure.
You go.
Yeah, I'll take a treat.
No, this is like a dog snack.
We knew.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. Oh, it's going to get so cold here the next
It isn't already?
days. Oh, it was really warm today. It was in the plus sides.
Oh dear.
10 degrees today, I think.
Positively balmy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but
Had
not
to go out in your shorts.
Oh, I never wear shorts. Never. Yeah, it's -3 right now. Jeez. Celsius. It's -3
All
Celsius.
right, I'm bringing everybody back. It's a little early, but that's okay. I want to make up a little time if I can. Here we go. So Kyle's back now. He's turned from a stuffed animal into a human. He's now a real boy.
Yeah, indeed.
What's up, Kyle?
Well, this week on Data Skeptic, I talked to a researcher about how they optimize supply chains with graph neural networks. So it's a form of machine learning that can help get your Amazon deliveries to you on time and fast. And the math behind all that's what we discussed this week on Data Skeptic.
So I have a question, Kyle.
Yeah.
I'm at the gym a lot right now. And I was trying to decide between your podcast and I was going, I'm not sure I'm going to understand it. So how, because like your biology series was so awesome. And then I'm looking at all these data science stuff. How much would a layperson be able to understand?
Well, I try to be accessible, but you'd have to pick up on certain ideas like when data is nodes and edges, like think of a social network. A node is a person and an edge would be a connection between the two people. That formalism can be hard to grasp, but if you've got that part down, we talk currently about different varieties of how that works out. So one interesting anecdote, actually, my new co-host pointed out to me. He said, if you analyze social networks and stuff, most people have only 3 friends. And the common reaction is, how could that be? I don't know anybody who only has 3 friends. And that's the point. You don't know them because you're not one of the 3.
That is true.
So with
And
Kyle's
besides,
stuff, a lot
bots
of
don't
it goes
have
over
many
my head.
friends.
Once in a while, I understand what he's saying, but I kind of just like listening to Kyle talk.
Yeah.
He's my friend, so you put it on just so I can hear Kyle talking about something. Maybe something
Yeah, I
will
was
absorb in
listening
my
to
brain.
that one driving home from the observatory today, and I was actually thinking, wow, this one's going to go over most people's heads.
Well, I have
Yes.
several back that I haven't listened to, and so I'll
Go
go
by
back
the
and
title,
see.
whatever looks interesting and accessible.
Yeah.
Leonard did another pun there. Did people get it?
No.
He says he was talking about an observatory and it probably go over most people's heads.
I didn't
You're
try
giving
to
me too
figure
much
out
credit,
a
Vincent.
Yeah.
Giving me too much credit there, Vincent.
Oh, well, yeah.
I think that observation was just out of sight, Vincent.
Yes. Yeah. See, there we go.
But we did look at a star during the day, not the sun, which is just cool. You can do that in a telescope.
Yep.
Today, so I've been doing this for 24 and a half years now. So the observatory opened in 2000. And the group of kids we had today was probably the least engaged group we have ever had. These kids would walk up, look through these, gigantic telescopes and see a star during the day and yeah, big deal, walk away. It has never happened before.
Think taking away their TikTok's gonna help?
It couldn't hurt.
Yeah, it couldn't hurt. No.
Wow.
Apparently,
All right, good job. Thank you, Kyle. So, Robbie, you have something?
I don't know if anybody watched me on Skep Talk, but in the pre-show, I mentioned to Forrest Valkai, who was the host, that I didn't like puns, and then he proceeded to torture me the entire show by telling me puns. If you haven't watched it, Vincent, you'll love it.
Did he subject you to
God.
punishment?
I missed it, unfortunately.
Here, I'll put the link in the chat. It's there. It's 3 hours, and he must have given me 10 or 11 puns. Oh my God.
So it was cruel and unusual punishment.
Yes, it was.
Punishment.
This is what I get for telling people what I don't like.
That's wonderful. Carolyn, you have anything this week?
No, I'm still working on getting the library for our event. So
you met with the board.
I talked to the board about updating their policy, so hopefully we can get the room reserved quicker. So we'll see.
Good. I have written the article for Monterey County Skeptics. One photo used is Carolyn's. Thank you, Carolyn, for taking some pictures. I think that you guys will like the article. I liked it. I mean, it's okay. It's not a
About
anyway.
the Skeptic Camp?
It's for Skeptic Camp, yeah. So it's out on Barry Carr said it's an editorial. He sent it today. So I don't know. At the moment, that's all I got. The Bay Area skeptics up in the Bay Area are going to be having a skeptic camp in February. Is anybody else have anything I need to know about?
Is that your cat in the chat, Susan?
In the chat?
Yeah. What Kevin put in there.
No, it's not loaded.
No,
Oh,
that's a
no,
dog.
it's not
Well,
my
that's a cat.
cat. I have a heart on my forehead. Aw, good for you.
Yeah, look at
That's
those
cute.
quads.
No.
Yeah.
If anybody else is doing skeptic camps, please, 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 let's get some kind of date nailed down. I've got to plan out the year, and I hope to try to be at all the skeptic camps, and I hope there isn't a lot of competition with anything because I don't want to have to choose. And I just been listening to James Von Prague go on about 2025
My
predictions.
condolences.
It's very scary. Oh my gosh.
He's still around?
Yeah, he looks pretty old, and I swear there's urns in the background of the video. I looked at these things and I said, "Oh my God, I can't not look at him and say these are urns." Watch, let me show you. I'll screen share. Let me make this bigger. He's looking pretty old, but oh my gosh, you guys, they look like funeral urns, and I probably
Maybe
will.
it's the ashes of all of his board of directors and advisors.
See the urns behind him, Helen.
Yeah.
And he just
conjunction, this seven planets,
oh.
it makes turbulence
But they
in the
do. They look
financial
like they're
markets
funeral
and in the global economy.
I don't know. I
Oh, please,
watch it in
please
like
stop it.
5-minute bits, but I'm trying to get through it, and I think I might try to do 2024. I'm looking to see if he predicted the wildfires.
Well,
And
what about the two guys who had to abandon their homes?
which ones?
Thomas John and
Oh
Tyler.
yeah, Thomas John. I'm waiting to see if it. I don't want to say anything about Thomas John yet because I'm waiting to see if his house burns down. But he did not tell. He did tell the story that's going out there with him saying that Ricky Late's house is going to burn down. No, I've got the audio for him. I've got the video of that. He didn't say it at all, but Ricky Lake remembers that way, and she's saying he's the real deal. So it's starting to hit the airways, but I don't want to dump on the LA fire people yet. Let's see what happens. But yeah,
Oh, I do.
Thomas John had to evacuate his place too at the last minute.
I do have one more thing. I forgot. As I mentioned, I was on with Faraz Valkai, so I've invited him on. He's going to be the guest speaker for the RFRX show, not this coming Monday, but the week after that. And he's going to do a longer version of the really great talk he did at SciCon. So if anybody wants to see that, I'll put the link for the RFRX
great.
show. It's advertising the one that's coming up this Monday, but it's the same link.
Thank you. I was
Well, tell him he needs to
the
get some
link.
sleep.
I have one little thing I might mention. When I went to the Eugene Skeptics in the pub last Sunday, I
Oh,
went by and visited with Ray Hyman.
seriously, that's wonderful news.
How's he doing?
He was Ray. You know, I mean, he repeated himself when, you know, in conversation and stuff, but interesting stories and fun to talk to, and it was just good to see him, and he looked really good. I called ahead the day before and said I would be there at a certain time, and then he wrote it. He has a kind of a dry erase calendar that he writes appointments down, so when I got there he was expecting me. Has a nice
excellent.
bright room in an assisted living. It's just a nice apartment that he has, and he has his books and his magazines, and
wonderful.
he said he was still going to the magic group, and so
good.
he looked really good.
Did you take a picture? Because that's kind of important.
I didn't. Oh dear, I didn't even
Photos
think
or it didn't
until you
happen.
said this.
Go visit him again.
Yeah, you better go back.
I can do it when I go to Eugene again.
Okay,
another
yeah,
time.
make sure you take a picture. I'd love to see him. I in my mind, I just think he's just gonna last forever. Maybe not
I
the
know.
mind, but his body is gonna
Yeah,
still be
I
ready.
cannot think of Ray Hyman without it bringing a smile on my face.
I know.
He is
exactly.
He's just such a
lovely man.
wonderful human being.
With that voice. That voice. I have a picture of him right here on my thing. Oh, he's just a sweet guy. Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you guys, everybody. So Peggy, dear.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see your PowerPoint. She's retired now, you guys, so she should be coming up with more and more elaborate PowerPoints. I think she should do a class on them. Her and Rob Palmer.
So
Rob's gonna show the all the animated stuff.
Tonight's category is going to bring down the whole intellectual value of the previous categories.
Yay!
Yeah, everybody's looking forward to that. Tonight's category is TV Detectives.
Oh, yay!
So put your stupid hats on. Okay, the first three.
Oh, I hope they're all British because I watch BritBox like crazy.
I'm listening to a whole bunch of books on tape that are
Okay, the first three are in the chat. Number one is who said, "Here's what happened" at the conclusion of the mystery. Number two, what is the name of the main character / detective in Prime Suspect? Number 3, the Inspector Morse series is set in what city?
Yes.
Okay, now I have to do 3 more. Maybe I'll try 4. That'll be fun. Maybe even more. Copy. Now the numbers are showing up this time, although now they're all in the wrong order again. Sorry. So I will try to fix them. Backspace 3, 4.
So can I ask if they're all books or TV
No,
series?
you cannot.
It's a mix.
No, you cannot ask
Don't
anything
ask
like
anything.
that.
You're giving hints.
She said TV.
Yeah, the category is TV detective. So
okay, that helps.
They might have been in books.
Number 4 is this private eye drove a Firebird and lived in a trailer. Number 5, this detective, originally a book series by Michael Connelly, was named for a famous artist who depicted scenes of sin and damnation. Number 6, Sarah Lancashire plays a gritty police officer in this British detective drama set in Yorkshire. Number 7, this Fresno-born actor, originally named Crekor Ohanian, played Mannix for 8 years, from 1967 to 1975. We've got 3 more.
These are pretty hard.
Unless you're one of those people who are into TV detectives.
Yes. Yeah.
That's why we're on teams that all have unique skills.
7. And this one's 8. 9. 10.
So tell me, Susan, do you have to earn your way into a mausoleum?
Okay, number 8,
Ignore him.
just to delay this awful pun. Number 8 is name one of the 2 primary characters / detectives in Dark Winds based on Tony Hillerman's book series. Number 9, this precious detective solves mysteries in Botswana in what program based on books by Alexander McCall Smith? And number 10, which has a 310, it's not the 310th question. Clark Peters played a dollhouse furniture building detective in this classic HBO series.
Wow. I don't watch. Boy, there's a lot of mystery out there. I'm missing. I don't know all of these.
It's from different times and different countries.
There are so many. It's like crazy.
It is a popular.
I tell you, if you got Brett Box, I mean, there's like 100.
This is actually a category that I did with Kevin on our 2-person night in October.
Oh, I listened to that.
We only got through a couple questions, and I don't know if it's going to help him know any of these, but he may have a slight advantage, but I doubt it.
I think you only asked like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, and I don't think you knew.
And I
any
got
of them.
one.
Oh, you
and
did?
then
Okay.
I asked 3 or 4, and you got one, and we ended it as a 1-to-1
We
tie.
tied that game.
I don't recognize any of these questions, and I listened to that.
And one of them I got, and I still have it. Just one.
All right, finish our rooms.
Rooms.
Well, we got a variety of topics tonight.
Yeah, that's fun. That's what
I
makes
like
it
that.
fun
I like that.
when they're so different.
You never know what you might be excelling.
I almost died laughing.
I left the room before I heard that last pun.
Oh, I said I almost died laughing after that last pun.
You're not getting anything out of me.
I know.
No, I don't know. Was it Columbo?
I don't know.
Columbo.
I'm
didn't
not
do
sure,
that.
but that seems like a Columbo-esque thing. I've only seen one episode of it, but
Oh my God, Columbo is the best. Oh my God. Columbo's amazing.
Columbo was on for a very long time.
Oh yeah, that is
episodes
amazing.
are
That
also
is one of
very
the
long.
best written, best filmed detective stories ever. And it's not. I don't think it's Columbo.
Okay.
He always says his catchphrase is "one more question." Oh, I have one more
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, I did remember that, but
But I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he starts leaving the room.
Just one more
He starts
thing.
leaving the room and then turns.
I don't know one. I don't know Prime Suspect. Anybody know that?
I think number 6 is Happy Valley. Is that the name of it? Happy Valley, with the blonde, kind of British, gritty police officer.
I know two.
Number two. What's two?
Number 1 and number 4. I know. And
Okay, so
number
it's one.
I know two of them.
Go in
number
order,
4
you
is one
guys.
of them. Yeah.
Go in order. What's one?
Yeah.
Monk.
Here's what happened.
Yeah, wasn't that Monk?
I don't know. I've never watched it.
That might be Monk.
Monk.
That might be
Monk was the guy that was the psychic.
No, Monk
No,
was
he
the
wasn't
OCD guy.
psychic.
He had kind of autism or something.
He
had OCD.
He's got
Oh,
OCD.
okay.
He's like a cleanliness fanatic, and
Yeah. The psychic was the mentalist.
Yeah. Number two. Does anybody know number two?
Mm-mm.
Number 3 is Oxford, England. I have the book. And I've watched all of Inspector Morse. I love Inspector Morse. And I think it's not Magnum PI.
It's not. I know what it is, and Karen knows what it is.
It's he played on that series that was like a rotating thing, like Macmillan and Wife, and no, it wasn't Macmillan and Wife, but it was.
It's not. No, you're thinking of Dennis. What's his name?
Dennis
But
Weaver.
not who it is.
McLeod. It's not McLeod.
McLeod. That's who I'm thinking of. Who is it?
You go ahead, Karen.
Jim Rockford.
Rockford Files.
The Rockford
Man.
Files. Yes. Yeah. A very iconic
He was great.
song.
It's James Garner is the actor.
Yeah, he was great. This is Cadfield, isn't it? Number 5? Isn't it Cadfield?
I don't know.
Cadfell or something like that. But but he's like a priest. I mean, like
He's a monk.
A monk.
And it's set in like the 1300s or something.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
I recommend it.
I don't think the name of it's Cadfield, though. I think it's
Fall.
something close to that, but I don't think that's
FAUL or something like that. So I don't know.
Something like that. I think he only uses the first name, right? I mean, last name.
Cadfield.
Well, we know what we're saying. We got it.
Okay, I do know number
Happy
7.
Valley, huh? That's a good one. I've never seen it.
I do know number 7. That's Mike Connors.
Ooh, who's that?
Well, he played
Mannix.
Played Mannix.
And he was not Australian, Algerian, not Algerian, Armenian.
I did not know that, but I used to watch Mannix.
He's like a hero. He's like the first Armenian American to really make it big. And there was this controversy because the studio wanted him to change his name to be more US American, Mike Connors, instead of Kirkor Ohanian, or however you say that. But I
did not know this about him, but he did have an African American secretary on the show, and I know that there was some either issue or some first or something like that, about the fact that she was Black.
I have to look it up. I don't know any of this. Dark Winds, anybody Dark Winds fans?
Never heard of it.
Tony Hillerman?
No.
6, 9.
I'm all out. Mine are done. The ones I know.
Well, it's got to have something to do with Precious.
Yeah,
Golem.
I mean,
Golem.
That's I'm literally going to write that. It's Gollum.
No, the only thing I know about Precious is that movie Precious, but that's
Is that
effective.
what Idris Elba? Didn't he play Luther? Isn't that in? Where does Idris Elba play? Idris Elba. He played that black detective.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Did he have a thing in Africa? Well, he was in. No, he was in Africa though. Okay, never mind.
And number 10, anybody know Clark Peters? Wow. I'm rereading all the Nero Wolfs. I'm listening audiobooks on Nero Wolf, and I'm really caught up in them. I love those things. But there's none of these with Nero Wolf.
I can look it up, maybe.
Nero
Wolf. We're missing a lot of them. We need 2, 8, 9, and 10.
Can we name just series and maybe one of it'll jog somebody's memory? How about any like Macmillan and Wife?
Used to watch. I
McCloud?
used to watch that. I used to watch those, and I don't see any of those here.
No, McCloud.
Okay, Prime Suspect is
Doesn't that
like
Helen
a
Mirren?
long running British
That's Helen Mirren,
series.
right? Isn't that Helen Mirren show?
Well, I'm not sure. I that's what I was thinking when I first saw it. I thought it was that Helen Mirren show. But I'm not 100% sure because I don't watch it. But it's a very long running.
But Helen Mirren.
British
Yeah,
show.
there's some reason
the
there's
character.
some reason it popped into both our minds though.
Yeah, it wants the name of the character.
Yeah. Inspector somebody.
It's like a very long running British show. And
yeah.
I think it's like maybe the longest running, but it's not Helen Mirren because that's the actress's name.
Yeah, that's her name. It's not. That's the actress's name. Yeah.
I know, but I don't.
He's just he's
And it
just
would be
being
Inspector.
silly.
It would be Inspector.
Okay,
Anyway.
is it Helen Mirren playing the detective? Then
Yeah.
it's Officer Hottie.
Officer Hottie.
I don't know who Helen
Hottie.
Mirren is.
I recognize the name, but I can't picture
She's
her.
hot. And of a certain age.
She still looks good even for her age today.
No, she looks good for any age.
Yeah.
I gotta look her up. I don't have no clue who that is. I think Cadfel is 2 L's. Cadfel. F-E-L.
Well, as long as you know what it's approximately.
Yeah, spelling doesn't.
Ah, there it is. It just popped up in your spelling check.
Cadfel.
Yeah, that's correct.
So I was wrong. It doesn't have 2 L's. How about Clint Eastwood? He's played Dirty Harry. He was a detective, wasn't he?
Yeah, but
not in. No, Dirty Harry wasn't in Dark Winds.
Could be
Matlock. I'm just naming
Matlock's
detectives.
a lawyer, right?
Perry Mason.
That's a lawyer too.
Another lawyer.
That's a lawyer.
Well, I'm jogging your memories, you guys.
Oh,
Come on.
I see.
Are you?
I'm only here for
Is
one
that what you're
round.
doing, Susan?
And then I leave and I go to the next team and I screw them up. It's my job. I go from team to team and mess up their. But I was hoping
we need to put something down for 10.
Well, Dirty Harry wasn't.
Detective Hallahan. His name was Detective Hallahan.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's Dirty Harry.
No, it's not. It's not Dirty Harry. It's not Detective.
Steve would know these. Ask Steve, Karen.
He's not in the room. He's in the living room watching Jeopardy.
Oh, you can't disturb him then.
People go and ask people in the other room.
We're not supposed to.
If you yell and he can hear you.
If you could yell and he would be able to hear you, then he's close enough to be asked.
Mysteries in Botswana.
I can't think of anybody who's in Botswana. There was a really good detective series that I was listening to. It was Australian from the 1940s. Wow, it was really good. Can't even remember the name of it now.
There's one good series that I remember from Australia called Glitch. Have you ever heard of that one?
No.
They have an American version and an Australian version. And it's all these people that suddenly rise from the grave.
That's not a detective film, is it?
No, it's not a detective story. It's
Oh.
just a series.
Mr. Piffles?
Oh, Glitch.
A dollhouse. A dollhouse?
Mr. Piffles could fit in a dollhouse.
Mr. Piffles.
I've got a beautiful framed piece of art of a poster of Mr. Piffles, and Mark was really into it. He loved Animal Acts. He got it autographed. I remember it's sitting in the living room. It's so pretty.
I think I remember a little bit of that HBO series one, but I couldn't for the life of me remember what it was.
I like your choice for number 9 rather than leaving a blank.
Precious. Oh, well, there's Angela Lansbury. She was a huge one. And
That
then
was Murder, She Wrote, but that doesn't seem
yeah,
like
and then what was the woman who was the equivalent to it in Britain?
Marple, Miss Marple?
No, I'm thinking of well, Miss Marple, but there was another one that was Hetty Wainthrope.
Okay, where do we put her? 2 seconds.
Wow, I thought that'd be easier. I thought I would know more of these.
That was hard.
Sorry.
I thought our team did good.
That was hard.
We're a bunch of readers of trashy novels.
Let me see who's on your team, Wendy. I want to see who those are.
Hey, Rob.
Answers.
Yeah, we're coming.
It didn't have the ones that I watch.
There we go. Okay. Zoom. Gonna share the screen. Where are you, Zoom? Oh, here you are. Disappears sometimes. Share.
To a person, if one knows the category, oh, that was easy. If one does not, that was too hard.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. From the beginning, we have number 1 is Monk.
Yay.
Yay.
It's answered by a number
Yay.
of
My one contribution, I got that right.
I'm glad they didn't talk you out of it, Rob. I was a little worried there for a minute. Number 2, the character's name was Jane Tennyson.
Tennyson. Oh, yeah.
Do we get credit if we knew it was Helen Mirren and acknowledge that she's hot?
And we knew it was Jane.
And we knew it was Jane. And it began with a T.
No,
We're almost
I gotta go with no.
No points for you.
Good work, though. Number 3 is Oxford. I saw this on a number of answer sheets. That's good.
Yay.
Number 4 was Rockford.
Yay.
Yay.
I remember Rockford. 5 is Bosch. Hieronymus Bosch.
Oh, I never heard of
I
that.
don't know what the hell that is.
Oh, those are good books too.
Should we watch it? Is it good, Peggy?
I'm not a big fan of the guy who plays Bosch, so they're pretty good. Lots of people like him. I just don't like that guy who's playing those because he doesn't match my image and from the book.
Exactly the same. That's how I felt.
So maybe the books are good.
I like the actor, but I just not how I pictured him.
Yeah,
from the
he's
book.
just not the Bosch. In
Never
your
heard
Who
of him.
should play him, Peggy? Who should play him?
Yes.
I would have to give that more thought.
Yes, Carolyn.
Happy Valley.
Norman
Nice
got
one,
ours.
Carolyn.
Good show. Good show.
Great show. Really worth watching. A little intense, but worth watching.
Very
Carolyn, I
intense.
should have got that one.
Mike
Number
Connors.
7, Mike
Good
Connor.
job.
People remembered this pretty well. My
Yeah.
dad went to high school with him. That's why he's on the list.
Wow.
Oh, well, there you go.
Number 8 is either Jim Chee or Joe Leaphorn.
Oh,
That
about
is a
Inspector
great
Gadget?
show. Watch
it's
Very
a
good
great
show.
show,
Highly recommended.
and I couldn't remember
Books are
their
awesome
names.
too.
What's the name of the show?
Dark Winds.
Dark Winds, a great
Oh.
show.
This one is
Oh,
the
nice
number
one, Carolyn.
Ladies
Good job
Detective
on the
Agency.
number 1.
I was
Well,
wondering,
yeah,
thank
it was
goodness.
Gail who thought of it,
And thank you,
then-
Gail.
I knew that one.
and then I remembered it was the number 1.
The
'cause-
number one
Never
I
heard of
would have
that.
gotten. I'm glad
The
you
Wire.
remembered
Nice.
that, Carolyn.
Wow.
Number
Good
10 was
guess.
The Wire.
The
Good guess.
Wire.
Good
Oh,
guess.
good guess.
Never heard of these.
You
I
haven't
can't
heard of The
believe I missed
Wire?
The Wire.
Oh
Yep,
my God.
I've even
I've
heard of
heard
The
of it
Wire.
and I've never
That's
seen
like
it.
my
I just-
favorite
the only
show
thing,
of
good
all
thing
time. I
about
can't believe I
HBO.
missed it.
I have HBO too, but I almost
That
never
is one of the
watch
best
it.
shows ever.
The
Ever.
Wire?
Absolutely.
Is it old?
Yeah. The writing is, it's just spectacular.
Huh.
Like
Well,
15
everyone-
years old. It's not too old.
Yeah.
Everyone.
classic.
Oh yeah, I have to go, but it was good to see everyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Bye,
too.
Vincent.
Good night,
Yes.
everybody.
Hey,
Bye,
hey, hey,
Jane.
before
Bye,
people start
Jane.
bailing
Bye,
on this
Vincent.
car,
Bye,
The
Vincent.
bonus
we
cookie
have to
Bye.
do next week too. Don't forget.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Jane and is gonna
Jane will do
no.
all the categories.
I've got next week I have Romero and Karen. Karen's doing bonus, so I need 2 more. Do I have volunteers before we get to scores?
I don't know if I'm coming.
I can do round 2 of the same category I did tonight.
No.
Okay.
That'll
be all right. All right, I'll volunteer.
Okay, Gail,
I'll just have to pull out all my old albums and wait a minute, I don't have
you're out
any.
of town. Okay, so I'll need 1 more person when I get back. Gail's on.
I
for
would like to do
scores.
the same thing, but with my 8 tracks.
Oh my God. All right, scores.
I only have
Go.
1.
Trump asked Lincoln some advice for his second term.
2.
All right,
Oh.
2. I like these low scores.
That
AI
was
is
it?
just a bit outside.
Oh my God.
7.
Just a bit outside.
6 or 7?
Wow. So Medicare?
Oh, we got it?
9.
9.
Whoa!
Well done, Medicare.
Special Envy trivia?
5.
Dang, and you guys got 2?
Ooh, flip the lead.
We
Yeah.
jumped ahead.
Dang.
Didn't
Old
have
farts rule.
All right. Carl, you're it. You could bring
God,
it
our
in under
team
9
is-
o'clock.
Okay,
Is dying.
here we go. So, round name first.
Yay. Peggy, that's a beautiful picture of the Earth with that sailboat about to float off the edge of it.
Oh, it is a sailboat.
Are you quoting George McFly here?
Here, yes, I am your density. Here is the round. List the 10 densest elements at or about standard temperature and pressure of the first 100 elements.
Huh?
Well, we definitely have got a range of
On the
topics
periodic
tonight.
table. Largely because anything beyond 100 starts to get really unreliable on density numbers.
No, seriously, Carl, what's the category?
There you go. If everybody hates this, I can replace it with a different round.
No, good.
No,
Good
no,
going,
no, no,
Carl.
we're
Good
fine.
going.
We've got Leonard on our team.
Right.
Ooh, whose team is okay? Let's put us in our rooms.
Meeting room. Where's...
I think Janine has the Table of Elements cup.
Do I have powers?
I do.
Oh, you might not. Let me
Right
see.
there.
Everybody run into Carl's bathroom right now. Eve and Norman, he has a shower curtain with the periodic table of elements.
We all know this.
No,
You have it now, Carl.
Necessarily going to help about the densest elements.
Densest elements at or
Well, you'd have at least 100 to pick from.
Eve, you're on mute. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Homeopathy. Okay, dense elements.
I'm gonna guess. Well, I shouldn't say lead.
Leonard's on the
Eleven.
team. Between him and Janine.
Yeah.
Gold? Is that dense?
Gold is dense. The densest 2, and depending on which list you look at, you'll get one or the other is the densest, are osmium and iridium.
And make sure you put gold on there because I said it. Because
Yeah, gold is
that
on
might be
there.
the limit of
What, lead would be on there?
lead. Should
No, lead is half as dense as gold.
Oh, is it? Okay.
nickel.
Really?
Yeah.
Einsteinianism.
No, that's above 100. Tungsten, which is almost exactly the same density as gold.
Okay.
Nickel.
Uranium, which is even more dense than gold. Platinum.
How about diamond?
Very low density. And it's not, very low density. That's carbon. No.
So are these elements in one of the lines? Are the like which lines? Not
They
rows,
aren't.
but columns.
They're towards the middle of the periodic table.
Right. Okay.
And there's good reason for the densest ones to be near the bottom in the middle column.
Yeah.
Mercury.
Mercury's going to be up there. I'm not sure if it's in 10. I don't think it's quite dense enough. But if you're eliminating anything above 100, plutonium, like uranium, is very dense. We've got gold, we've got iridium, osmium, platinum.
3 more to go.
7. What else is in that column?
Radium wouldn't be there, would it?
No, radium is off on the side.
Okay.
I think americium.
Is that right? How do you spell that one?
America.
Oh, that is that one. Is that
Americium.
Close enough.
Yeah. I'm not sure what else is there. So we're missing some that are higher up.
And americium is in the top 100?
What about silver or
Not terribly dense.
not terribly dense? That's good.
Yeah. The
Sodium?
only one that I'm not sure if it is going to make it into the top 10 is mercury, which is pretty dense.
Well, I'll put it, we could always bump it if we find something else.
Yeah. I mean, so for example, someone mentioned lead. Lead floats in mercury.
Oh, okay.
Whoever thought of trying to do that? Yeah.
A very bored chemist.
Or a very young Leonard.
Let's get a little bottle of mercury and see what we can do with it. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Let's sneak one more in.
What else is going to be there?
Where's sodium?
Oh, way down.
Way down? I've
Sodium
only seen it
floats in
once.
water.
So sodium burns in water.
Sodium explodes in water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's another one, and I'm trying to remember which it is. It's either rhenium or rhodium.
Oh, rhodium.
Oh, which is it? Rhenium or rhodium? I think it's rhenium.
Well, that's 10 if we count.
Yeah.
That was an answer for my table of the elements one.
Yeah, and there's probably some others that I'm missing that that fit inside.
Well, on the list at one point you said determinate.
Deuterium.
Deuterium.
Yeah.
That's lighter.
1, 2, 3.
That's higher up, isn't it?
I'm not sure which element you mean.
Deuterium? Is it deuterium?
No, that's a gas.
That's a gas. Okay.
Oh, okay. So that doesn't count. Okay.
Yeah, that's very light.
So Americum, gold.
Americium. Yeah, americium, gold, iridium, mercury, osmium, platinum, plutonium, rhenium, tungsten, and uranium.
I suddenly have Tom Lehrer in my brain for some reason.
Yeah, but they're in the wrong order.
Yeah.
Well, we could probably work with this though.
Yeah, this is not going to get us all 10, but it's pretty good.
Well, I predict that most of the people have never heard of half of these elements anyway.
I've never heard of Osium.
Osmium.
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 Yeah,
I think
or
I've
the
heard of
rid-
osmium.
You have heard
Yeah.
of it, Susan, because it was one of the answers when I did the table of the
Oh.
elements guy back many. Because remember, it was my first name or my name was the answer to
Oh,
the
that's
10.
right. I have a table of elements jigsaw puzzle that I've done like 3 times. And I bought it on
Osmium
purpose, so
is-
I try to so it would sink into my brain. And
So osmium is fairly poisonous. It's very dense. It's either it or iridium is the densest element, depending on purity. And it's named osmium because it smells really bad.
so why does that have to do with osm?
Olfactory odds. It's related to smell.
I didn't know
And
that.
where does one find this osmium?
Osmium is us.
Osmium RS.
At a chemical supply store, I assume.
Yeah.
I don't know of any.
I mean, where do they
There's
find it,
probably
I
some
guess?
industrial use of osmium for making things dense.
Do you have to like extract it from something else?
Oh yeah, all of these. Well, except for gold, all of
Yeah.
these are like that.
Okay.
And you are probably looking at is it iridium? No,
Einsteinium.
I'm thinking of
Einsteinium.
indium. Yeah, no, that's Einsteinium is much too radioactive. So we don't know its density well.
So if you go into the science building on the University of Oregon campus in the chemistry building, they have a big glass display case. They obviously can't put every element in there because some of them, aren't.
Are radioactive and nasty.
But they have the elements in there for you to look at where they can. And
if I were sitting at my desk instead of in front of the TV, I actually have one of those little portable periodic tables that has a little sample of most of the elements.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
I've seen those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It also does not have all of the elements.
Right. There's a reason.
I would not want it to have all the elements. But uranium would be fine. Uranium is low enough
I saw
radioactivity. It's not really dangerous.
We were like in Utah or something when I was a kid, and there was some museum or something, and they had uranium like in its native rock, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah, that's not terribly dangerous.
Where did you get your
Osmium's
little?
worse.
Where did you get your little?
Online.
Oh.
some internet thing.
Temu.
Well, we got 10. You guys did really great.
Well, we'll see how many are actually in the 10 densest.
That
was
was a nice.
You guys
That
are already
was
in high
nice,
score.
Carl.
And Leonard's here, so I don't even need to give you guys the clarification that I helped Rob with.
What was the clarification?
Well,
Carl?
Rob was like, well, we got to figure out, we got to make sure it's in the first 100. How do we know what's in the first 100? And I just said, look, anything beyond 100 is pretty much only made synthetically and in such small quantities they can't really get good, reliable density measurements on.
Right.
If it exists in nature, it's easily in the first 100 elements.
Right.
And,
Yeah, but
and
that
as
won't
Avi
get you.
said, and Avi
That
said,
won't get
I
you
just
all
kind
of
of went by if I've heard of it, it's probably in the first 100.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
Kind of true.
Well, Susan mentioned one that I'm not sure is in the first 100. Einsteinium.
I also mentioned gold.
Well, gold is
Gold's
definitely in the first 100.
100. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the first 100, the first row is like gold. There's copper. There's crystal. There's iron. No.
No, that's a different table.
Well, don't forget about unobtainium.
Yes, I was
That's
going to
not
mention
real.
that. Yeah.
I think the first row is helium.
Helium's on
Hydrogen,
there.
Hydrogen
hydrogen
and
and helium.
helium.
Yeah.
Hydrogen, helium. Yeah, we don't want to go through them in order.
Well, I'm just picturing on my jigsaw puzzle. I'm serious. I tried really hard to remember that, and I just one ear and out the other. I don't
You
know.
know,
I know I had
nothing stays in anymore. I can try to put it in and
Unless I have
nothing
a
stays.
story. There's an audiobook I have called The Disappearing Spoon. It's about the table of elements that are and how they were done, the story behind them. I've tried listening to it and I just found my mind wandering. Whoever it was telling the story was not interesting enough, or I don't know, but I tried that to be able to help me remember.
Was the title from the element gallium.
I don't even remember. It's called The Disappearing Spoon.
Yeah, you can make a spoon. It feels like metal. It'll, clink if you tap it on your glass. You can use it for cold things, but
Mhm.
it'll melt in hot water.
Maybe I should give it another try someday. Maybe it's just the way it was written, but it was an
And-
audiobook that looked really interesting. But
And I believe gallium
by Sam Kern.
is one of those things that expands when it forms a solid. It's larger in volume, lower density as a solid than it is as a liquid.
That was really nice, Susan, putting somebody with a shower curtain with a physicist on the same team for this.
So this book is, now that I think about it, I actually didn't like it, but I was, for some reason, it was too much. The Disappearing Spoon and Other True Tales of Madness, Love, and the History of the World from the Periodic Table of Elements. I tried to listen to it and I didn't get very far, but maybe I should try it again. It's the history of the elements and why they are and who and they, whatever.
Susan, what does your shirt say?
I'm a skeptic. It's the Swedish skeptics.
Oh, it's in Swedish.
Yeah, it's written in Swedish. They gave it to me when Mark and I each got one when we were in Sweden doing a talk. VOF.
Oh,
One of
that's
the
cool
oldest
of
skeptic
them.
groups around. Still around too. Okay, so before we get to the answers, I still need somebody to do a category next week.
So I'm doing bonus. If there's anyone who would say yes, if the bonus category was available, I can do a category instead of bonus.
I think I see Kyle putting his hand up. He's looking at Brandy and Kyle.
Yeah, I could do a bonus next week.
Okay.
Okay, then I will do a category instead of
Thank
bonus.
you very much, you guys. Thank you, Karen, for being so accommodating.
You got it.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Kyle. Okay.
I won't be here to hear the category that's name 10 of the last 50 episodes of The Data Skeptic.
I better start researching that because that might happen. And the following week I have Rob. Oh, here comes Carl's been gone all this time. He must have hit a button or he got thrown out. So the following week, start thinking. I've got Rob, and that's it. Welcome back, Karl.
Uh-oh.
We never know. We never find out the answers.
Somebody will have to look at the Wikipedia page.
Oh,
So
Leonard could just
after-
tell us the answers.
Do our
After we
own
were returned-
research.
After we returned to the room, I went to my desk to get this.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Which
I
is
almost got one of those for my son.
a periodic table with
Yeah, cool.
samples of the
material?
elements.
Oh yeah,
That's
seen.
cool.
Do you have plutonium in there?
No. I do not have
How about
plutonium in here.
Mercury? That's so
That's
genius.
there.
I don't think so.
Okay, so who once was a little kid that would, when you broke the thermometer, would play with the mercury?
We had a little jar of it that my grandpa brought.
Karen's like,
I had a test.
Before we learned how terrible that was.
I had a test tube filled with it, and I played with it all the time.
That
I would have
explains
absolutely.
everything.
That explains a lot.
Actually, when I took my job at Western, I had 7 500 ml bottles of it. And because of the Patriot Act passed, we were able to get rid of it without having to pay for hazard disposal because the federal government took over. Because I had to clean out that storeroom.
Oh my God, that's a
And getting
lot.
rid of that much mercury was a big deal.
We just lost Karl again.
He'll be back.
It was just always funny the way it would roll around in little balls.
Yeah, my lab partner in chemistry dropped her thermometer and it was rolling all around on the floor.
The one thing I would have never suspected, it tasted real funny.
Oh,
Now it explains a lot.
Well, even I knew better than that. I'd play the little ball on my.
I was 5 years old when I had this freaking stuff.
You're not supposed to be playing with stuff like that at 5. What's wrong with your parents?
Because we didn't know. Grandpa brought it home and we got to play with it and it was cool. I didn't think to taste it. Rob, did you put your finger in a socket to see what would happen?
I wasn't that stupid.
Did you put a knife in or a fork?
Did you chew the electric blanket?
I'm going to sign off, guys. I'll see you next time.
Hi, Carolyn.
Hey, Caroline.
I think
dying to know the
I think
answers.
Kyle,
Or see if
Carl,
your
Carl
what was the
is
other
trying
one?
to
Your
rejoin.
tongues stick on the light pole in freezing weather or whatever.
There was a kid in our middle school who decided to relieve himself on an outside socket.
Oh
Oh
On the
no!
socket itself?
What happened?
I wasn't there.
So
My dog did that on an electric fence,
Oh my
and I
God.
couldn't get him to go out the back door for weeks.
So there's something that I have thought about for years. I to this day do not know what it is. Several doors down from the house in which I grew up in, there was some kind of plant that closed down. And they just left it, and we used to go play there all the time. And there were bags that we broke open of all kinds of powders.
Ooh, asbestos, cool.
And one of them looked silvery. They looked like little bright silver powder, but when you touched it, it turned like a dark slate, like a gray, dark gray black. And I just used to take it and pour it on my hands and go like this, and my hands got all black gray. And I went home and my grandma could not get the color off of my hands.
Ooh.
And she didn't take me to the doctor, and I don't know what it was. And I went there a lot and I played with this stuff because it was so pretty.
Wow.
And I have no idea
Well,
what it
that
was.
You might want to remember this and report it for that mystery disease you will have someday.
Pretty
Say,
freaky.
could it have anything to do with this?
I
Carl,
can't
you
believe
back?
the plant would be shut down, but it was open. You could
Oh
get
yeah,
in.
and it was in East Salinas.
It's East
you know, it was
Salinas,
in
of course.
the poor section of
Yeah,
town.
yeah, but good God, that they
Yeah,
wouldn't
it's East
even
Salinas.
lock the door.
Carl's here.
So I checked on here. I do have mercury, but it's not metallic mercury.
Try tasting it. See what it.
It's
Carl,
encased in plastic.
did you get thrown off, Carl, or did your computer try to reboot, or what?
Well, Zoom locked up, and when I forced quit Zoom and relaunched it, it was totally incapable of finding the camera or the microphone, and so I just.
Welcome
All
back,
right,
Carl.
well,
You're
let's-
back.
Let's see
Yay.
what we got.
So, starting at the densest, working our way down, we've got osmium, iridium, platinum, rhenium, neptunium, plutonium, tungsten, gold, uranium, and tantalum.
Gold.
Oh.
Gold is on there. Gold in the dark. We talked our way out of gold.
Iridium, platinum, and gold. You got 3 right there.
All right, whoever's keeping score for each team.
See, Eve, you never know who's going to win because you never know what the categories are going to be.
Yeah, and I don't even know what the categories are, and I'm in charge. So that's really fun. I have
Even
no
after
clue.
we're
They could
done.
all be the same category. 10 questions on each, as far as I know. Okay, so let's see what the scores
Is there
are.
more,
Automatic?
Carl, or just those?
Well, those are the
Those are the top 10.
Okay, I thought we were going to lay more than we had to get.
And it's unclear what the right order is then for 1 and 2.
Yeah.
You don't have to get them in order. Right?
Literally,
no.
You can look up 100 different sources and still not come up with a definitive answer.
I don't know if we said uranium or tungsten. I don't know.
Uranium's on there.
I know. I don't know if we
Chat.
said it or not.
We said uranium. We did not say
You
tungsten.
put it on a
Okay.
piece of paper or something, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it. We got a 4.
Yep.
Okay,
4
so
for
let's
us.
see. All right, Trump asked Lincoln. This is the best category name in the world here, but there's no, you're not doing so hot.
We got 5.
Ooh, 14.
Ooh, a high for
Topping the
us.
cat will not help.
AI is just a bit outside.
4.
Stop the count right now.
Special
It'll
trivia
help now.
invoice to Trouble Trivia.
4.
Dang.
Oh, we're still tied.
All right, how many did Leonard get?
8.
8.
The rest of us got 0.
And
I
the
had
rest,
gold.
well, no,
That's
we
not
we had-
true.
That's
I
not
just
true.
said
That's
it
not
because
true.
It's
That's
not
not
he would have
true.
said gold.
Some of us got some
Yeah.
of those.
we
Yes.
named
All
a
right.
few of them.
So Janine, Leonard, Ron, Wendy, Carl, and Deborah, not Carl. Yeah, Carl and Deborah can go to the grocery store, and they all this week, you have the whole week to go to the grocery store. Anybody says, hey, what's new? If you're at the dentist, or you could say, my team Medicare won this round, this week's trivia, and we had 28 out of 40, and they're gonna go.
So what's
Well,
better?
I'm
The
never
fact that we
talking to you
won
again.
or the team name?
Medicare may have had an age advantage for
Let's
the
hope so.
old music and 60s politics.
Just a bit
rock.
Good night, everybody.
Good
All
night.
right. So, all right. So this concludes another round of Social Trivia by Susan. I welcome Eve and Norman to be coming all the time. You're very welcome to come back. I hope you had a good time.
Thank you for showing up again, Norman.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm going to come back. Yeah.
All right,
Yay.
cool.
Oh, good.
Yay.
After 5 rounds, you can
We
do
didn't
a
scare
trivia.
him away.
Good to
You can
Good
write
to
your
see you,
own
Norman.
category, but we
But
make
I have
you
to figure
say
out how to
5
do that.
rounds.
I have to figure out how to do that on an iPad if I do that because I'm not using a computer,
iPad works fine.
which is
Yeah, Jamie does it all the time.
well, it's
Yeah,
it's the user, not the iPad. That's
You could
the,
do that in a document form and cut and paste.
So last week, I put the video up, but it took me forever because I had to take all those emails out, and it loaded the video. It saved the video for, what was it, Rob? Almost the entire day. I don't know why.
I don't know what was going on there. That was
But
weird.
the whole day it was just saving. So I don't know why it was doing. It's not internet. I've got a newish computer with a lot of RAM and everything on it, so I don't know why it was doing that. But
Must have been something about the way it got edited.
I just edited like I do normal edits. So I don't know. All right, so I'm going to sign off. If somebody wants to take control,
is Kevin Mock still there?
Kevin Mocker.
We'll stay and talk
Yeah,
if
he's
people
here.
have
Kevin's
questions.
still here.
Who
I
am I
had a
handing this
question
off
for-
to?
I had
Karen?
a question for Kevin.
Karen,
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, Norman, what's going to happen is Susan's signing off because she's a busy lady.
Okay.
And we'll stay and talk for
She's
people that
gone.
have questions and want to connect.
No, she's not gone. She's still here.
She's
I'm
going,
just gonna make.
she's going to leave.
So what?
I'm gonna
So
make
what
needs
Karen
happens
to
when
sign
Susan
it off
leaves?
to Karen.
If
No,
Susan
Karen
leaves,
takes over.
Karen is the
Karen is in
Karen.
charge.
Yeah, and then I will leave, and the video will download, and you guys can talk about me all you want.
Can you turn the recording off?
Yeah, as soon as I leave, the recording should be off, right?
Join us again
Not-
every
Shut
Thursday
it off
on
first.
Facebook, Social Trivia.